most invaluable pawn. So let the merge begin. Now that the spiders are gone, with the core in my hands, reality shall collapse, and my eternal reign will stretch beyond divine grasp. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live for the entertaining. God of all creation, God of your creation now. I do not fear you now. I exist beyond your time. Rule over cosmic beings. One thought could melt your mind. I do enjoy your rage. Could always entertain. Erasure won't come yet. I'll just provide the stage. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live for the entertaining. God of all creation, God of your creation now. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live for the entertaining. God of all creation, God of your creation now. Pasta and yo, it tastes like heaven. Wheat and pasta and
I just started there.
yeah. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Plain hero Roroni Kenshin. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who will get to step in. Where was that? Bravado. You had a hot minute ago. Hey, we got ups, but I wouldn't say we beat. How the saying go, it's a two-way street. Bring me on the pipe, and you know they had a tweak. I'm just trying to lay my name, you get what I'm speaking. We entertain the masses, and anywhere the weekend. There's some asshole think that he can press the lead. Put the whole squad down, get out within the weekend. But we stars, boys, so continue, go and see. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Play hero Roroni Kenshin. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who will get to step in. Where was that? Bravado. You had a hot minute ago. Talk big game till you learn it ain't one. Got your nails on this track's another freight ton. Now the single dub, so you gotta make one. G, get domino, trying to cook some great stuff. You can keep ducking, this be the season. We're hunting, we down and new in our treasures. While casually pressing your buttons, you keep pretending it's nothing, but we can tell you be frontin'. Try threatening us with a poker, but your face looking all nothing. We calling out all the bluffs and we telling you what is nothing. We saying enough's enough, but you trying to keep acting tough. If you really think that you run, let me tell you, you ain't the one. Cause the song will be nothing. Speakers and the whole team finna pump it, y'all. We've ended careers before. us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Played hero Rogoni Kenshin. We kicked it aside of your door. You're the one who will get to seven. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? We eating pasta in your head. It tastes like heaven. We eating pasta and it good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Was to end my life, chance for repentance be denied. They want to see me crucified, a man's hysterical delight. I cry out, God forgive them, for they not know what they are doing. They see their barbarism simply as amusement. I'm not a religion, but I am your God. It takes more than scripture to get you to stop this facade. Trying to tell you that I'm not the one. Whatever's whatever, when it is all said and done, you wish you could be me. You wish you could be me, wish it were that easy. I'm not of your species, it's not worth competing. You wish you could be me, wish it were that easy. I'm not of your species, now bow down before your pride. It takes more than scripture to get you to stop this facade. I don't think you get it, I have already won. My name has been branded right onto the flesh of your tongue. Trying to tell you that I'm not the one. Whatever's whatever, when it is all said and done, you wish you could be me.
Not a brave enough boy for this? And now I'm about to blow my fucking brains out. Would you buy that? No, y'all wouldn't buy that. You're not fucking stupid.
What crime must I commit today in your name, master?
Hello, chat, and welcome to Dogwave. Woof.
Oh, so I did want to mention that. So I told you I did something really cringy.
Oh dear. What'd you do?
So, you know how I write the, like, hey, good evening chat, X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote it this time saying, it's time to ride that wave because it's Dogwave. It's very cringy.
You know, there have been worse. So.
There have been way worse. But that one, even I looked at that one and cringed, and I still approved it because it was funny.
Yeah. Subscriptions to VPNs have gone up? They have. I bet they have.
Yes, they have. Welcome, Gabby. Welcome, Magma. Welcome, chat. It's Dogwave.
Here's my question, Tim. You told me not to use a VPN a little while ago. Is that going to change?
I will get back to you on that one.
Sounds good.
The bill has until next year to pass. Yes. we'll be talking more in depth about time to give Temp the Gen Y card. Chat, I will let you all know right now, I am a millennial.
I think I'm a millennial
I am
too. Granted, I haven't revealed my age. I don't know if you have, but I haven't revealed my age. So
no, I haven't revealed my age.
yeah, I think we both fall in that.
I wasn't gonna reveal my birthday, and you did for me.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
So, I haven't said the year, but the day has been.
Yeah. Gross. I hate that. That ring notification. By the way, how's your new phone going? Have I asked you how it's going? Please tell me it's going well.
The new phone is fine. It has some quirks.
Yeah.
But, like one of my big things about the new phone, compared to the old one, is that it doesn't have a stylus anymore, which is nice. But it is also lighter.
You don't want the stylus?
I never used it. All I did with it was like play with it, and I'm like, I don't need like some fidget toy.
Gen Y, more like Gen Y can't.
It doesn't have a stylus anymore.
Right. Thank you for the 5. Yes. Why can't I afford a house, Grandpa? You know, have you actually? There was a. Granted, it's been reused and thrown around the internet so often because people reuse and reuse and reuse content so often. It's kind of crazy. But actually, I'm gonna rant about that just a little bit tonight. But there was a video that somebody did showing evidence that like rent has gone up by 1,000%, basically.
I'm not surprised.
So people that want to buy houses, if you're stuck renting, I don't know what to tell you, unfortunately. Stylus is good for group pictures. I disagree.
But now you can't draw. Well, good news. I was bad at drawing to begin with. I will admit, I'm going to be a very conspiracy theorist about my phone.
Uh-oh.
It is a 4G phone. On purpose.
Oh, it's a 4G. Oh, so you're stuck with 4G? Oh my gosh, it's so slow.
It's actually not. The funny thing is the phone, this is a nice upgrade from the new phone.
Really?
Phone,
yeah.
Is that I can run this phone at 90 hertz, so 90 refresh rate instead of 60.
So
it feels faster.
Are you telling me you're one of those weirdos that thinks that the satellite towers are killing us slowly?
Yes.
I already knew the answer to this, chat. I was just waiting to see what how he would reply. I was waiting for you to see. I was waiting for you to basically say no, but you know, whatever.
I will probably end up eventually getting a 5G phone, but I'm trying to hold out as long as possible.
As far as I know, my body has already been broken for a long time, so I don't think that those 5G waves have been hurting me more than I've already hurt myself by eating wheat in the last couple of days.
The 5G's making you gay and making the frogs gay.
Exactly. Don't you know that the waves still hit you even if you don't use them? Yeah, but he has less waves.
Technically, where I live, I also have less waves.
Yeah. Well, you have less waves overall because you live high in the mountains.
Yeah. Tep is a hag?
No, he's just he just lives nearby hags.
I live near a shitload of hags.
Oh, gosh. See, what's funny is hag used to be a big, like, negative thing. I feel like there's propaganda that turned it into it not being a negative thing. And maybe that's because of hags themselves. They wanted to make it more acceptable, I guess. I don't know. Anyway.
Are they hot? No. The hags I have are in between their 70s and 90s.
No, chat, they're not hot.
No.
But, really quickly, before we continue, I have something funny that Gunther, one of my community members on Discord. By the way, you should join the Discord if you have not already. I'm looking for that Discord button. There it is. Join the Discord, chat. And Temp will probably throw up his Discord at some point as well. But join the Discord because we hit 666 members. Did it not go off? Please tell me it went off. Did it go off? It did go off. Perfect. Yeah, we hit 666 today, so we can be evil. Chat, you're all evil with me now, so that's cool. I have Satan's number. I do. And apparently Cinder's number too. Because Cinder's whole thing is 666.
Dark side Occo. I threw my Discord in the chat as well. Chat, you should join the Discord.
I'm gonna move myself.
How many members are we at?
A little bit there. There we
Check
go.
how many members I have. Here we I think.
People with mental... Oh, gross, chat. Don't talk about that. That's gross.
I have, what, 74 members? I
Yeah.
think? Yeah, I have 74 members in my Discord. Chat, you guys should join the Discord.
You just join the Discord chat.
Wow, thanks.
What? I'm not making fun of you.
But yeah, let's make the next big goal of getting 100 people in the Discord. We have 500 on YouTube. Let's do 100 in the Discord.
I bet you could do it. Excuse me. 6666 was hers? Yes. I don't have a Discord? Oh, that's okay. There is like this thing where you can like be... Oh, wow. I had 4 people join my Discord recently as I just said that. Thank you, chat.
It's no longer 666.
Oh, goodness.
When did I join Discord? 9 years ago.
Wow. So there's a pruning feature on Discord where you can prune people that haven't been seen in 30 days. I don't know why it won't let you like prune it further than that, but that's interesting.
I would prune at most, like, if you have it online in like 2 years, maybe 3.
2 years?
Yeah. Well, because like you could say like someone's been no longer using Discord app for like a year, but then they could be like, well, I've been like in the military and I just haven't had the opportunity to do it, or I had a kid, and on top of that, like there's just a lot of factors why they wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I would say 2 years, because usually at that point, those people that are no longer not using it might be using it.
Yeah. Yeah, calling senators and House representative about bills make a difference? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does, because here, we'll talk about that more as we get into it, but yes, it does make a difference, because a lot of when you have an elected representative, it is their duty to listen to you on the phone, or at the very least have their intern that they pay listen to you on the phone. And they are supposed to take what you say into account when voting on a bill. And if you feel like that your voice hasn't been heard, you can basically go after them.
Exactly. Now, I have a minor tinfoil hat theory that I will mention later when we actually talk about it. But it has something to do with a certain list.
Oh. Do you really think it has to do with that list?
No. Because the actual one for the US anyway started back in May. Which is before the list fiasco.
Yeah, but the list fiasco has been happening for a couple of years, so I don't feel like that's accurate.
But I mean, like, the recent list fiasco, the one that really sparked some questions within the current administration.
I'm gonna be real. I don't feel like that it fits, but it's a funny little thing.
Yeah, but I'll mention it later when we actually talk about it, so it's on point.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't think...
How...
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go first.
Well, how was your week?
My week was all right. I finally finished the script for probably my most controversial video I've ever made, and I recorded the introduction to it tonight. I'm going to be doing a mixture of VR chat and live 2D, along with a bunch of clips, pictures, audio, voice shit. This has been the most research I've ever put into a video, like literally. I have put a lot of research into Warframe videos. Like I made a video like a year and a half ago, like useless facts about Warframe, and that was pretty fun. But that wasn't really a lot of research. That was just, oh, let's put out all these useless ideas about Warframe, you know? And that was a decently done video. I've done videos where I do a bit of research, like some of the last, like, non-clip videos. But I think this is going to be the video that is my magnum opus of videos. Are we screwed? No, I would not have that idea in your head. I would not have that idea in your head. If you have that idea in your head and you just choose to give up, don't do that, please.
Basically, let's put it this way: we didn't give up on Sweet Baby. We actually won against Sweet Baby. We're now fighting Collective Shout and the payment processors, and according to Savvy, we're scaring the shit out of them.
According to Savvy.
So don't stop fighting.
And I believe Savvy. We're also there's some funny side stories with Savvy and Anna Valens that might be worth talking about a little bit later. I can look at those. Yeah. I can try and pull those up eventually.
There's a lot there. I actually wanted to get like one of Savvy's tweets for the thumbnail, but there's just so much and so much text that I just decided we're not doing that. We'll just talk about it.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's just a lot to talk about. But I think this is the second stream on my new PC. No, I'm talking about second Nightwave.
Oh,
whatever.
Yes, second Dogwave.
This is my second Dogwave on the new PC, and so far it's been pretty good. New PC's been doing just fine. I've made a lot of little tweaks to it. I redid the back end of it because I was given some cable extenders. Very unnecessary, other than just looking pretty. The only problem is there's only 3 different areas where the cable extenders are needed, and only one of them are actually able to be used, and that's the main power for the motherboard. The other 2 is the graphics card and the secondary power for the CPU. And for the CPU, it needs 2 8-pins, and this kit only came with 1 8-pin. And the other 8 pins are for the PCI, and I don't think you're supposed to commingle PCI cables and CPU cables.
Akka's PC is obviously supreme. Heavy disagree.
I don't know. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I actually need to go back to VGen and check up on this commission for the White Supreme PC sticker. It is.
I would say your PC and my PC are like opposites.
Yours is black and mine is white.
No. I mean in parts. You technically, because you have a current generation AMD CPU in yours. I have a 13th gen Intel CPU in mine, but your GPU is worse than mine.
Wait, what's worse than yours?
Your GPU.
Oh, I really don't care about that.
Because your GPU is the 4070 Super, mine is the 9070 XT, which is comparatively around the same part, or like same tier as like the 5070 Ti.
Fair. Sit up now. I'm gonna be playing Warframe in the background with Mizu, by the way.
That's fine. When it comes time to game, I will probably be playing Guild Wars. Chat, on the note of what happened last week, it happened today, actually. I published a new video over on YouTube, so you guys should give it a watch. It is reacting to the... I'm blanking on his name already. It's been a long day.
Thank you for the...
Varrock.
Sorry, go ahead. Thank you for the gift membership. I appreciate it.
It is reacting to the Varrock Killing Floor 3 review with Magma and Dylan from yesterday's stream. So if you want to just put that on the background after stream, it'll be a good watch.
Nice.
At least I hope it will.
Oh, jeez. Welcome to becoming a member. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, Ava, how many is that right there? That's 2? That's 3.
Ava gave 3.
Thank you, Ava, for the memberships. I appreciate that. Didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it.
Killing Floor 3 out? Yes. So I technically have done 2 streams. Technically. I did my own personal stream of Killing Floor 3 yesterday, and then the day prior on Friday night, after my Resident Evil 7 stream, I played it with Magma for VRs as well.
Mm-hmm.
On the note, I started Resident Evil 7 this week.
I saw that. How did that go?
You mentioned Gunther earlier.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna mention him again. He told me I should have a heart monitor on the screen when I stream it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't curse or scream at all in that stream. But I was had a lot of anxiety. So, we'll see. Probably not a heart monitor, but I understand the sentiment. People want to watch horror streams to hear the person streaming it scream.
Yeah.
Or be freaked out, and I didn't do that.
And you're not one of those people.
No, I am one of those people. I just really held it in.
Fair enough.
Some people handle being scared a lot better. I'm one of them. I'm not a big jumper. I am. I do not handle horror very well. I'm surprised I did as well as I did. I did eventually end up switching to a controller, even though it is a first-person game, essentially.
Yeah.
So I could lean back and be as farther away from the screen.
I'm one of them.
So yeah.
That's awesome. Well, how's that? But other than that, are you enjoying yourself doing that?
It's interesting. So I don't really do well with games where you have a foe that you can't deal with that is just constantly chasing you. Resident Evil is very known for this. And the fact that 7, I believe, has at least 4 of them that do that.
Right.
At least. It's definitely going to be more frustrating for me. Because, you can't just find one of them, beat the shit out of them, and win, and then never have them do it again. You can beat the shit out of them, and they will still come back looking for more. So, one of the first instances of being chased by one of the family members, you have to jump in, you have to go around them, you have to grab a key, go around them again, have them chase you, go into a hole in the floor, and he actively says, I will find you again. You go ahead and hide, I will find you. Interesting. So even though he's not chasing me right now, he will be back for more.
Right.
This reminds me of what YouTuber, if you can take people's distractions, they will have a reason to fight, but not fight for the cause. You think something like that. You were very composed playing RE7 Temp. Well, thank you. Temp tried to go hand to hand against the old man. Maybe Temp played Final Fantasy 7. No, 6, though he was Sabin. Temp is a baby. Hey, I did Magma. I played way more than I thought I would, and I promised chat I would finish 7.
Oh, goodness. But is Magma right?
Magma's 100% right, especially when it comes to horror games.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think it was it RE3 or 2? Because I know 2 had Mr. X and 3 had Nemesis. But I don't know if the one I'm thinking of is 2 Remake or 2 in general. Where I really noticed I hated what the unkillable enemy chasing you feeling thing where I first felt it was Cyberpunk, actually. And you haven't played the DLC, but it's been out for enough time where I can talk about it. Is one of the final missions in the expansion, so Phantom Liberty.
Yeah.
If you go further past one of the endings, you can go into I think it's I forget who made the facility, but it was a major facility, and in it has a cleaning droid armed to the gills with things to kill you, and you can't beat it. You have to hide from it and run around it.
It's armed with a bunch of Clorox.
Or chainsaws.
Why would a cleaning droid have guns?
It's Cyberpunk. Militech, that's it.
And?
Either way, that... I was talking with Malice. Malice does horror even worse than I do.
Right.
Which is saying something, because I don't do good with it. And he watched me do that segment, and he's like, I'm so glad I didn't make the other decision to go past that ending. It wasn't a cleaning droid, it was a maintenance droid. meant to operate instead of a nuclear reactors. That's right.
Yeah, but I still don't see why it would be allowed to carry a chainsaw like that. The droid's American.
I would probably put it like on the same tier as the mechs from Metroid Dread.
Okay.
Even though those are side scrolling, they still kind of invoke the same fear of dread.
Yeah.
Temp like it when he is the horror and not running from the horror. Exactly. What about Wesker from RE5? I haven't played RE5, so I don't know. And to be fair, I do better with horror games when I'm playing with other people. So I would probably do fine with someone else.
You probably would, yeah. Speaking of horror, today is an anniversary of kinds.
It is.
I'll show that.
Here, let me bring it up on
Chat.
my screen.
Do you know what today is? Do you know what special anniversary it is today? I mean, we're kind of showing it on screen, but it's very tiny. But do you know what happened today a couple of years ago? Was it 10 years ago? It was over 10 years ago. Holy shit.
Over 10 years ago.
Go ahead and play it.
Hold on, I have to get my audio for this game, for this working, and then we can play it.
Okay. I can't believe this is 10 years old.
Hey guys, I think the little man said he wants to give Fredbear a big kiss. On 3, 1, 2. Was that the bite of 87?
It was 10 years ago. I feel so old. Holy shit.
So I actually never... Okay.
You never watched him?
Weird. I never really watched Markiplier.
Me neither. I just know of this scene.
I know of him, obviously. Like, he's, an internet legend.
Yeah.
But the point stands, I never watched him. It's Temp's femboy-iversary. What femboy? There's no femboy.
There is no femboy embossing say. What do you mean? But yes, it is 10 years of the bite of 87. Can't believe 1987 was 10 years ago.
How much money for you to play FNAF 1 and 3 through 4? No.
Dude, FNAF 1 isn't even that scary, man.
You do better with horror than I do. It's different.
Here's the thing. Magnus said how much money. So are you really going to say no to money?
1 through 4.
Give him
200.
I was just going to say slick 100, but whatever.
200.
A chatter asks you, by the way, when are you going to play Faith the Unholy Trinity? That's not a bad game.
Faith the Unholy... What? Oh.
Yeah.
You mean, like, what?
Akko, you know my apologies. My apologies, Magma. I just get confused. Magnus, and Magma.
Magmus.
Magnanimous.
I never got into FNAF nor watched through Markiplier. That's fair. Welcome, Crumble.
I have Rises from the Trees. Welcome.
There is no femboy temp in the UK. No. And
oh,
Jeff,
goodness.
That's $200 to me, not to Akko. To me.
No, if you pay me, I'll make him play it. I'll give him a pittance.
No. That is not the condition. If you give Akko $200 for me to play those games, I will not abide by that.
I mean, you can give me $200 and I'll play those games.
There you go. But yeah. Demonetize your channel, Temp. I'm working on it.
Temp doesn't have a license to do that.
Soon.
You don't got a license for that.
A license. Okay, so
I'll save my
let's
rant for a
see.
little while. We can talk
Yeah.
about other stuff first.
Okay. Let's get my major thing out of the way. Like, there's something I just wanted to talk about.
Okay.
And I talked about this on stream, but I kind of want your opinion. The comics, Sonic comics, are finally moving to Frontiers,
Okay.
which means we're finally getting Sage.
Okay. For those that don't know, Sage was the child of Eggman.
The
AI child. I'm gonna be honest with you. She was the lolly AI child of Eggman.
And she's great. We don't know if they're going to adapt Frontiers or if they're going to do like the Archie comics. No, the Archie comics are not still running. They rebooted the series under IDW. And that was back in like 2019, I believe.
Uh-huh.
God, it's been a while. But we don't quite know how they're going to do this. Some people believe that we're going to have like a moment that leads into Frontiers, and then they'll say, if you want to know the story of Frontiers, go play it. And not like adapting it to the story, because the comics are canon to the games. So instead of, adapting Frontiers to the comics, they're just going to say, go play the game.
Fair enough.
Which I think is probably the smart way to do it.
If they want him to play the game, yeah. I'll be back. All right. I miss my wife tales. I still need to show that. Have you watched all of that? I need to show that to you. That'll be a fun little reaction thing.
Yeah, we could do a stream of just that if you want. Not tonight.
I wanted to show a couple of people Snapcube.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
and I kind of want to bring something up as well. AI Cunny. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Didn't Eggman already have a robot daughter? In Archie, yes. And then she did die. The reason why I believe that this is going to be after Frontiers is because we don't know if Sage had a body before the events of Frontiers. So the fact that she does have a body now screams to me that this is after Frontiers. At least what they're showing here.
Uh-huh.
And they're showing off her, like, almost... I'm not going to say angelic, but, like, the light design for her, like, after the certain point in the game. You know what point I'm talking about.
In Frontiers?
Yes.
Maybe.
Where she went from, like, the dark clothing to the white clothing with the blue lines instead of the red.
Dude, I only played that game once and I forgot all the cutscenes.
I played it once, too, and I remember everything!
Yeah, but Sonic is your thing.
I know. Anyway,
Nicole's the best AI girl? I agree.
So, I never actually played a Sonic game. Well, that's fair. I don't blame it. Isn't Belle in IDW? Yes. Belle is Eggman's other daughter. And I think that's really interesting with this art. I'm gonna, like, blow this up so, like, we have, like, a better image. The fact that they're showing Sage and Belle here is really interesting. Because Belle was made as Eggman's daughter when he lost his memory after the events of Forces.
Okay.
And Sage is Eggman's daughter. The way it kind of reminds me, and I'm going to use Star Wars as a great example to this. And I'm going to use Legends Star Wars specifically. Because in Clone Wars, they established that Anakin's apprentice was Ahsoka. But as Vader, his apprentice was Starkiller. But that's only in Legends. Ahsoka did stay, but the point remains. It's kind of like this, where Eggman's daughter as Mr. Tinker was Belle, and Eggman's daughter as Eggman is Sage. So it's going to create some, like, interesting dynamic there. I don't know. I'm excited.
It's just your Sonic stuff, and I let you be autistic about it.
Yeah. I know some people like Clownfish have been talking about the downfall of, like, comics and, like, these comic industries.
Yeah. It kind of has been happening.
It has been happening. So I think I replied to one of his posts. It was a long time ago when I did, and I basically said, because the Sonic comics are canon to the games, I'm curious how Sega will handle that if IDW goes under.
Uh-huh.
If they'd like outsource it to like Skybound, where like Hasbro is doing Transformers comics. By the way, those Transformers comics, top tier. Or if they would self-publish them.
IDW?
Well, I think they would move these comics to being either self-published or find a new publisher.
Who? Sega?
Yeah, I'm thinking, yes.
Oh, okay.
But again, because they're canon to the games. If they were not, they could probably just snap it away and be done with it. But if this is another medium for them to tell stories without making a new game like every month, essentially, you know?
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But that was my little thing. I just wanted to talk about that. You know what cool favorite bands actually made a song for Sonic Frontiers? Yeah, no, Sonic has had a lot of different major bands lately. Well, the past 15 years, God, do songs for their games. For a while there, it was only Crush 40, but now it's like they find a new band like every game.
Uh-huh.
But you'll never probably ever hear stuff like Metallica or, you know, the biggest bands like on the chart. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that. I thought that was, you know, neat.
Yeah, I'd say it's a little
I thought you'd probably get other stuff out of that, but
I'd say so, yeah. Sorry, I'm
Shonen Jump. Sorry, go
drinking
ahead.
water.
No, you're fine. Shonen Jump would be able to continue Sonic. No. So no.
You don't think so?
No, because the comics are handled pretty much almost entirely in America.
Well, if they think the Japanese could do a better job, maybe they would.
Well, no, it's the lead writer for the comics is the lead writer for the games.
And
He's American.
From MommaOcco.
Wolfsbane sent $5 for more hats. Temp, I got to ask. Do you determine if you dating preferences based on if they like Sonic? BC, I got for Pac-Man.
The band I was talking about is One OK Rock. It is a Japanese rock band. Yes. So I think they redid one of their songs in the style that Sega wanted, with new lyrics in the same tune, and they used it for Frontiers. But they had to redo it twice, one in Japanese, once in English. I think. I could be kind of wrong on that.
are you talking about just music specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ian Flynn wasn't it? I like Ian Flynn's stuff. I don't say I agree with every decisions, like what it's like his opinions. But Sega does have him on a leash sometimes.
And being on a leash is just fine, chat.
Yep. Sometimes that leash shouldn't be there in the case of Shadow, but otherwise.
I'm talking about like to make sure that people don't like they stick to the script basically.
Yes, exactly. No, I agree. I completely agree. Yeah, so let's see. This is kind of quick news. Abiotic Factor went into 1.0 recently.
Oh, really?
Yep. Is this bill just as bad or worse than the UK one? I would say just as bad. Potentially. But we'll get into that when we get into it. But yeah, Abiotic Factor went into 1.0 this week on the 22nd. So actually it was this week.
Yeah. I've heard that there's a lot of changes that people don't like.
They made a lot of changes, yes. I haven't gotten back into the game yet. I am probably going to do a fresh save because it is now 1.0.
So, you're gonna hate me for this, but re-explain Abiotic Factor to me.
Okay. It is a survival crafting game, like kind of like Minecraft, but more kind of like in the vein of like Valheim or maybe Satisfactory, but maybe not like that deep. But it's also like Half-Life, like Half-Life 1.
And it's like randomized.
The map is the same,
Okay.
but I don't know about the enemy spawns, if like that's
I would hope that the
random
enemy
not.
spawns are random.
yeah. Office survival crafting it, yes. Caught the start of the stream. I'll catch what I missed in the VOD. Temp being Netflix. May cry a Virgil. I am that. What? Sorry. Latex outfit spotted.
I've been wearing that for a while, so hello, Bonnie. Bonnie is the rigger.
Oh. Well, fun.
Yeah.
I will eventually need a rigger, but I do need to find. I need to get that model done first.
Bonnie's pretty good. I did the clown model.
Yeah.
Granted, I've also been using a mixture of what's it called? I've been using another app along with it, so if you want similar movements, you might need to get that app.
Have you been using VBridger?
Yes, VBridger. So I use VBridger
Okay.
and VBridger, like, there is specific programming for VBridger with models to make it more fluid. However, I've found that you really don't need VBridger to like have specific programming to just make model movement a little bit better.
Yeah.
Ryan, thank you for the raid. Very much
Was it on
appreciated.
Twitch? Yeah,
Yes.
it was on Twitch. Hold on.
But yeah, you don't really need the specific programming bits in it in order to make it good. It's just, it helps out with a little bit more fluid movement. So, this model still has VBridger like programming on it, but the clown model doesn't. And the clown model
I will
is
probably try and avoid VBridger.
If you go with Bonnie, she doesn't do VBridger. I'll be honest.
VBridger is just another thing where I'm like, maybe I'll avoid that.
I'll be honest, if VBridger is one of those things where it's not so necessary in my personal opinion, but the app itself is useful just because I feel like it does better movements.
Right.
Although, am I using? No, I don't know what I'm using actually. Hold on. What am I using? I'm using MediaPipe because you can use NVIDIA tracking, but you don't have NVIDIA, so you can't use NVIDIA tracking.
No, I can't use NVINC or NVIDIA tracking.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things. Although, actually, you know what? Counter argument to that. My laptop, which is my streaming PC, has NVIDIA.
Oh, does it now?
Yep. Has a 4060.
That's good.
Because I didn't need like an uber beefy computer for just like as a streaming PC or like a side PC.
Why don't you use it anymore? Or yet?
No. Part of the problem, like I pretty much have it functional and working, minus audio.
So get on that audio then.
I know. I funny enough, I actually have to get it working before I stream free again. Because I had some, I'm gonna go with memory leaks yesterday when we were playing Killing Floor 3.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't figure out why. The game is very CPU intensive. And so is OBS and VTube Studio.
Right.
It calmed down after I closed VTube Studio. So I had to use the PNG yesterday.
Sounds like that game isn't very well optimized then.
No, it's not well optimized. But they've already said they're working on that.
Unlike Warframe, chat, that constantly keeps getting more and more optimized. Fun fact, my GPU is only at 50C, which is actually pretty damn good for a game that I'm running max graphics settings on.
I would say my GPU right now is at 53C, but I am streaming from it as well.
Oh yeah,
How
streaming.
much RAM do I have? 96 gigabytes of RAM.
See, Temp likes to play Overkill. I think I have 32 or 64. I can't remember. I think it's 32.
I think you have 64.
Do I have 64? Okay,
Pretty
because
sure
I
you
have
64.
I have 2 sticks of RAM in there.
Let me check. I can check.
Don't log into my computer.
I'm not doing that. I can look at like the notes that I have.
Oh, do you just like write down the notes for the specs of my computer?
No, we have the DMs. When I was recommending parts to you.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you have 64 gigs.
64? I'll be honest, I really don't need more than 64 for doing what I do. If I was like doing CAD and shit, or if I was playing Fortnite, maybe. But otherwise, I really don't feel like I need shit. Or if I was... Whoa, what the fuck? Was that you?
No, I had to fix Twitch because Twitch wasn't working properly.
Okay. It was you.
I fixed it.
It was you.
It was me, yeah.
Okay.
It was me. Yeah. You're fine.
Anyway.
Helldivers 2 is going to be an Xbox? Yes. And I made a theory about that. I think it was on Friday or yesterday. Friday or Saturday. That may be why Tripwire released Killing Floor 3 when they did. Because they want eyes on the game.
Before it goes to Helldivers?
Before Helldivers. Because Helldivers is going to see a massive spike in players when it comes to Xbox next month.
Uh-huh. Speaking of, how's Helldivers doing? But chat, we will get, by the way, we're going to talk about the ID thing. I just wanted to get the tiny stuff out first. But how's Helldivers doing?
How's Helldivers doing?
I tell you what, we'll talk about the internet censorship bill after this.
Right now, it is 39,580 players on Steam, which is pretty decent.
Okay.
Like, if the 24-hour peak was 51,000, so like even at a 24-hour peak, 51,000, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that's doing pretty good. How is Killing Floor 3 doing? Ooh. 14,000 players with an all-time peak of 30,000.
Oof.
Oof. That's not good. In the game's defense, it did not launch in the best state.
That's not a good defense. That's just admitting guilt.
Well, no, I'm saying like maybe it'll increase like once they fix some of the issues.
Yeah. Meh out of 10 war bonds. Victus, I've seen you actively on Discord playing Helldivers 2 sometimes. What are you talking about?
It's doing okay. Yeah, it's not doing great. Now, to be fair, I want to add a little bit of context. It is crossplay on Xbox and PlayStation. So this might not be the end all be all like player numbers overall.
It's early access. I don't feel like that's a good excuse because Satisfactory. Pull up Satisfactory stats. Satisfactory. It's in 1.0 now.
20,000 players right now.
But go back to 3 years ago. Actually, go to max. I'd like to see max. So that was when it came out. But look at the concurrent amount of players it had just like over the last couple of years. It like has had peaks.
Yeah.
And it was in pre-alpha. It was in beta basically for the past 6 or 7 years. And it still was consistently good. So I don't feel like that's a good excuse. Personally, though.
Oh yeah, exactly. And also Killing Floor 3 is not early access. It should have been. I think a lot of this the problems of the game could be looked past if they had labeled it as early access.
Mm-hmm. It's not an early access, but the way it acts as it is. Well, that's bad.
Yes.
If
it is bad, yeah.
If it's not in early access and it's like a shitty game, that's not good.
It's not shitty, but it has its problems.
Okay.
But we went into that in the video yesterday. So chat, you should go watch that
Oh.
on my channel.
Go watch Temp's video. I'll have to listen to that tomorrow.
It is 47 minutes long, and it's 47 minutes.
I might listen to it tomorrow.
For a 16-minute video.
Wait, what?
The review itself was 16 minutes. My video was 47 minutes.
So it's a reaction to another video.
Yes, it is a reaction to another video, and because it is me, Magma, and Dylan, and we played Killing Floor 3 together, we all sat down and talked about it, especially because Dylan and Magma had both played Killing Floor 1 and 2.
Okay.
So they were able to add some insight into it from the perspective of veterans. Which is interesting. I think that's a nice contrast.
Just went in a circle.
Anyway, yeah. Basically, I said that I think they can get it to to be a proper Killing Floor game.
Okay.
It's just right now it's not quite there, but the bones are there.
Right.
You can see what they're trying to do, and what they're trying to do is good. It just needs more refinement. So. So, did you want to talk about what's going on?
Yes, let's talk about the internet. The internet law.
Did I not put it in our docket? I'm an idiot. Hold on.
Wait, what?
I didn't put it in our docket.
What? How did you not put it in our docket?
I don't know.
Chat.
I could just do this though.
Press 1 if we should fire temp.
Here we'll do this one. Boop, boop.
I need a new dog for Dogwave, chat.
So, we had your thumbnails have a cute model on them. Yours? Yes, that's mine.
Seeing some ones right now, temp.
I would show it on Akko's stream, but Akko's internet is dog.
Show what?
Your internet. Oh, I would show my model on your stream.
Oh.
But you can't because...
Yeah, right now.
Make temp into Chinese cuisine. Oh, no.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, never mind. I get it.
I don't think Killing Floor 3 is a bad game. People were just expecting more out of an early access game, and I have to say it's one of the best horde shooters of the month. No, I completely agree. Victus, if you watch the video, and here, I'll link it again. So anyone who's now coming in the stream and don't know, hasn't seen the video.
Oh my gosh, Victus doesn't immediately disagree with you, temp.
From what I've played, it is actually a fantastic game.
Uh-huh.
But it needs more work. I think what it is great. But it feels more like COD than it does Killing Floor. And that's not necessarily a bad thing.
It is if you're a Killing Floor fan.
Well, no, I know. But what I'm saying is like, what it needs is the refinement. It doesn't need a full rework, it just needs some like tweaks here and there to really kind of hone in on what makes it a Killing Floor game.
Yeah. Tempura, am I right?
Killing Floor 3 nails the Zeds, everywhere else it needs work. It nails the enemies great. And the gunplay feels great. It has its problem. Again, there's a lot of parts of it that has its problem, but they're not big enough problems to where it's a deal breaker. I'd say the only deal breaker the game has is its performance.
Is it really that bad?
It's better than it was in the beta. I never actually saw it was like in the beta. Compared to the beta versus now, yeah, it's a lot better now, but it is very CPU intense, where it really doesn't need to be. Let's put it this way. I can run the game at 120 FPS on the literal max settings.
Mm-hmm.
And my GCPU barely surpasses 70 degrees Celsius. And that is while streaming.
Internet bill? Yeah, we're getting to it. Temp's gonna stop side tangenting us here after this.
Yeah. Killing Floor lived off eating COD Zombies lunch, so it's not like that comparison is bad. But I agree, it doesn't quite feel Killing Floor enough. Exactly. And I think it can be. It's just we need to let Tripwire, which has fully admitted the game has problems, and they already have a list of things coming that are fixes to a lot of these problems that we have. Like, they've flat out given us a roadmap of fixes that are coming that fix our complaints. So, they are listening.
That's good, at least.
A lot of people's problem with the game is that it is Embracer Group, and I want to watch some videos with Akko later so I can kind of understand what I mean. They're much shorter, but I want to get us through this first, because I know a lot of people here want to know about KOSA.
Gosh, that's such a weird name for it.
It is. So, let's get into KOSA, and then later, we'll talk about Killing Floor again later. How about that?
I feel like we talked about it enough tonight.
I have a couple things I want us to watch.
We'll see.
Tripwire almost always fixes everything that's an issue in their games. They did an amazing job with Rising. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying is, even if the game isn't in the best spot right now, I think it will be. It's just, we have to get there.
VTuber with a jester /
Oh, thank you for the 10.
Avatar.
Is it de novo? I don't think Killing Floor 3 is de novo. No, Killing Floor 3 is easy anti-cheat. No de novo.
That means, if you want to contact
It is
your
UE5
rep
though.
/ senator, also look out for town halls /
Anyway,
public meetings / etc.
the Kids Online
Since
Safety
now
Act.
is the time they'll be doing them.
Is the US equivalent of the EU's Digital Services Act and the UK's Online Safety Act. If passed, it could mandate digital identity, fully de-anonymize the internet, and impose significant censorship. So, our wonderful government has already said this is a bill to protect the children.
Anything that
not
says
a
protect
bill
the children fucking sucks, by the way.
It is, yeah.
Thankfully, I don't know any family members that support this yet.
A lot of people don't support this.
Good.
And that's why I said earlier that I had the tinfoil hat theory about the Epstein list.
All right, get your tinfoil hat out of the way so everybody can, like, say it's not right.
They might want to pass this as a smokescreen.
Okay.
So people stop talking about Epstein. But in the end, it doesn't matter because these children's safety acts, no matter where they do it, is for power. It's for money. It's not for children.
Yeah.
But that's the way with government anyway. It's always about power. It is always about money. It is never for specific people.
It's called Be a Goddamn Parent. Yeah, chat, I think the U.S. government... Here's the thing, chat. I think everybody knows that this is not actually what the bill is about, because if it is actually about saving the kids, I feel like it would be a lot easier to have that as an argument. But that's not what it's about. Because it really is about, in the grander scheme of things... Whoa, jeez, what the fuck was that, Tim?
No, I had to pause the video.
Okay. Well, it's really just about, like, the ability to censor whatever they want. And we're already seeing this in the UK. Now, granted, the UK is a lot different. And the UK probably is way more draconian and sad and depressing. But already in the UK, what we're seeing is after they censored by using ID requirements, people are, on some platforms, unable to read stories about political opposition.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, that could probably just be because on Twitter, where I've seen a majority of this, people are just unable to see some content that Twitter recommends as 18+. That could be the part of the problem. Regardless, I still think it's an issue because that's what it's also going to be used for, in my personal opinion.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And when you want to think about stuff that is not for kids, I want to bring this up. This is why I brought this. I commented about it. Razor commented about it, and I think this is actually it really highlights the problem with the bill. Have you seen this?
I've seen people talk about it. What does this have to do with the bill?
It's not specifically the bill. It's actually nothing about it is the bill.
Oh.
But it follows the same trend of it's never about the kids. Period.
Right. Go ahead,
County
then.
school system's new attendance policy. Doctor's notes will no longer excuse an absence. Students will now just be marked absent or present. The policy states at 3 absences, schools will start intervention. If the student keeps missing school 8 or more days, there will be a juvenile court referral.
You could end up failing the grade. You could fail the course. You're going to be petitioned to court. You're not going to participate in graduation, get your driver's license permit.
While there will be exemptions for verified chronic illnesses and several other things, Director of Schools Michael Atkins and other district officials said in June's school board meeting that students need to learn reliability and work ethic.
And if you got the sniffles, that's fine. You're going to have them when you go to work one day. We've all gone to work sick and hurt and beat up.
What?
The district sent this letter to
Yeah.
Do these idiots not realize that children are, like, not able to beat
Children
the immune systems.
Are patient zero.
Is this like for a high school or a grade school?
This is a school in Tennessee.
Just go to school sick. Yeah, that's like a fucking lawsuit waiting to happen. Like, here's what's gonna happen. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, what's gonna happen is the kid's gonna get sick, be forced to come to school because of attendance, and then the parents gonna sue because they forced the kids to come to school.
Mm-hmm.
How are they not seeing that as a problem?
And that's why I was saying it's never about the kids. Period.
It must be about the fact that they want to boost attendance so that they can get more money for the schools.
That's exactly it. It's why I made the comment on Twitter saying, I'm not a parent. I would like to be one day. Right now I'm not. But if I was, I'd make the choice of homeschool your damn kids.
I agree.
Never send your kid to public school. Ever.
Flu, strep, and Ovid won't be covered. Got it. Watch a lot of outbreaks pop up in Tennessee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Local medical providers last week asking them to, quote, emphasize the importance of regular school attendance while treating school-aged patients. If a child goes to school sick and the school nurse sends that child home, Atkins said it will be marked as a tardy.
And how does that make sense?
What?
As a parent, how can we give someone else the rights to say what's wrong with their child?
We reached out to several local districts about their attendance policies. Metro, Rutherford, Wilson, Williamson, and Clarksville Montgomery County schools all told us they accept doctor's notes to excuse absences.
Put your kid's health first, right?
Back in Lawrence
Thank God it's
County,
only one
Sanchez
school.
and several other parents upset over the policy
How did this get passed?
are bracing for the new school year less than 2 weeks away.
Ultimately, I'm going to do what's right for my kid, regardless of this policy.
Courtney.
Yeah. I fully expect people to either no longer send their kids to this school or to move out of that county entirely.
Oh, that's so bad.
But and this highlights the same problem with the bill. These people putting out these new bills never, ever, ever think about the kids. Period.
Like, chat, am I wrong in saying that that's definitely a way to, like, try and push for them to get greater attendance for money reasons? That has to be exactly what it is. I don't see any other reason for them to be this disgusting and harmful to children. Again, granted, it might be a high school, but still, I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. The on-site people most of the time care about the kids. And that's the thing. That is the thing. And that is very, very correct. It is always the highest people on the ladder who only think about it with the money in mind. You look at game companies. Like Bungie is a great example. Some of their devs are absolutely talented and know what they're doing. And then there's Pete Parsons.
That likes to bring back his jilted lover.
I think it's a fair example.
It is. I just think it's funny.
Speaking of, Destiny is on the docket tonight. Cause oh my god.
Oh, for the cheating shit.
The cheating.
Are we gonna watch that video that you talked about earlier?
But we'll do it later when we're like,
okay,
both gaming, so we just listen to it. Children are nasty little shits who don't know how to close their god dang mouth. There's a reason I stopped going to church before. Because I would always go to church, I would get sick, I'd have to stay home for several days to get over the cold. I'd go back to church, I'd be sick again the next week. It'd be like, bitch, I just got over this. Don't give it back to me. It got to a point where it's like, I'm just not gonna go.
See, ever since I survived swine flu... Oh, hold on.
Patchouli sent $5 for more hats. In before they push that county-wide and slap parents with truancy fines while the courts waste time determining if the absences were for valid reasons.
Wait, you can give fines to parents for truancy?
I'm not surprised.
See, I was homeschooled, chat, because I was a little retard, and my mom was afraid that if I went to school that her little retard wouldn't get the proper education that she knows that I needed. And I'm gonna be kind of honest. I'm glad that I did, because I don't think I would have. I had to grow up and go on a mission instead. But anyway, I had no idea that's something that could happen. That's insane. If that is actually true, that you can get truancy fines for that kind of shit, that's kind of insane, man. Brochacho, how am I? It's like homeowners association fees, where it's just like, are you really gonna charge me for like having my barrel of trash out on the lawn for a little bit longer than you think it should be? Anyway, how does this relate to the Online Safety Act? I feel like we should roll back around on that.
Specifically doesn't quite relate to that, but it falls under the same line of no matter what they claim the bill is for. If they say it's for kids, immediately understand it is not for kids.
Now, I have heard some rumors that this is a bill that was like introduced and then it like was quickly taken away, and it has been reintroduced. I don't know if that's true. There's a lot of funkiness around this, because right now I've heard allegedly you can't even read the text of this bill. You just know it exists.
So I think you can actually read it. Hold on. I think I saw Chibi Review post the thing where we can read it.
Okay. The parents for their child's
I just saw it and I lost it.
Who had been in the hospital.
Here it is.
Mom lost her job.
What the fuck?
Kamala
Here we go.
Harris.
There's no way Kamala Harris did. Okay.
Yeah, no, Harris did do that. Yeah.
And she was gonna become your president, chat. That woman was gonna be your president.
She could still very much become the governor of California after Newsom.
And you're telling me you still want to stay there?
Until otherwise stated, yes.
Look at that ass. Yes, chat.
So, from Chibi Review, breaking censorship news, America is trying to pass a bill titled Kids Online Safety Act. And the shocking part is the UK just made a law called UK's Online Safety Act. There's an active push on the world to censor the internet. Here's the link. And so, we don't really have a lot on this, but it was introduced, or at least the latest action was back on the 5th of May. Sorry, the 14th of May.
Yep.
And that was also when it was introduced. So it has not actually been mentioned since then. It's now coming to light again because of the UK.
Who brought it up? Like, is this something that like is actually like going before the House eventually, or
it has not made it even past the Senate yet.
Yeah, but has it even been introduced in the House recently, like within the last month?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, then why are people talking about this like it's actually going to happen right now?
Because of what just happened in the UK, people want a early start and trying to stop it in America.
Okay, here's the thing. I feel like I've kind of been gypped a little bit here. Listen. Okay? I agree. I think it's a shit idea, and I don't want something like this to pass. But if it's not even being talked about right now, like, I feel like people are, like, getting way too... We need to not forget what the actual fight is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the payment processors.
I will say, on the tracker, it says introduced, past Senate, past House to President. If Mizu's theory is correct, that Barron actively advises Trump on some things.
I think he's right.
I think he's right, too. I even made the theory that...
Barron is the reason why he went on podcasts, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I'm pretty sure about it, too. Which means, if Barron... Because I'm Barron, we know he's a gamer. We know he actively games when he's not, like, doing school and other stuff. Because he is training to be... But he's probably getting ready for president one day. Really.
He's going to become the new Bush Jr.
Yeah, honestly, that's very, very likely.
Fair enough. Ooh, so 1.2 million damage.
Well, we know he's a gamer. We know he enjoys anime. We know some of his likes. I have a feeling that he will advise Trump to not let this go through.
I think Trump right now is one of those guys that is trying to escape the bad press from Epstein. So if he can like bring a dub with this, maybe he will. But again, if it's not even like something that's like being debated in the House yet or brought forth formally, I really don't know what much is going to be done.
Yeah. So you remember the Japanese, I don't know if he's in like Congress, but the politician, the one that commented on Savvy's post about the Online Safety Act in the UK?
Yes.
And the payment processors. He commented. The same politician commented on Chibi Review's post about this.
Okay. He's been getting more involved, and I'm kind of happy about it. You know, chat, here's the problem. If the United States gets censored, if my rights get taken away, I was thinking about just going to take me, Mizu, maybe a couple other friends in Lucky, and we're just going to move to Japan. All right? We're just going to apply for asylum and go to Japan. It's technically on the other side. It's technically bordering us. Just a sea in between.
Just the giant sea. Speaking of gaming, he's got a Steam Deck. Awesome. So he responded saying, in the US, the Kids Online Safety Act. Now, I want to add context to this. This is translated by Grok. Because he did post it in Japanese.
Yes.
Saying, in the US, the Kids Online Safety Act, KOSA, is being criticized for potentially leading to excessive content regulation or censorship. It is about to undergo re-examination in the US Congress, similar to the UK's Online Safety Act.
But when?
It not only... We don't know when.
That's why I'm just like, why are people... Again, I understand you want to stop a ball before it even starts rolling, but it's just... I don't even think that you can do anything until it's like an introduced bill. I don't know. I could be wrong, though.
I understand why people are doing it. Anyway, it is about to undergo re-examination in the US Congress, similar to the UK's Online Safety Act. It not only tightens age verification, but also imposes a vague duty of care on companies, which could serve as a wedge for advancing various regulations. If this passes in the US, its impact on Japan through the internet and financial infrastructure would be unavoidable. Below is Grok's explanation. Please refer to it while paying attention to primary sources. And he actually posts it. Careful on that.
Don't post porn, please.
I know, that's why I caught it. Is that not translated? Nope, that's not translated.
Just ask it to translate it into English.
Grok, please translate this to English. Be nice to the robots, chat, so they don't conquer us later.
Speaking of which, did you see that a bunch of people were getting upset at the use of Grok?
Yeah.
We could talk about that too.
The user asked my computer's like flashing blue occasionally. I think it's the RGB software I'm using. The user asked about the Kids Online Safety Act, KOSA. Below is the translated version. The Kids Online Safety Act is a proposed U.S. bill aimed at protecting children from harmful online content and risks platform media and gaming, introduced in 2022 by Senators Richard Blumenthal, Democrat, and Marsha Blackburn, Republican. So Democrat, so lefty, and Marsha, I'm guessing, is a Karen.
I have no idea. That could be a rhino. I don't know. Chat, is this a rhino?
Is Marsha Blackburn a rhino? If she is, she's basically a lefty. But again, this was in 2022. So it did not make it past that. I'm guessing people are just noticing it. Yes? I mean, I would believe it if she's a rhino.
She's a female, so...
Yeah.
Does it mean for me to say that females shouldn't be serving in Congress, potentially?
No. No. It was spurred by concerns over big tech's impact on children, highlighted by a 2021 Facebook whistleblower leaks on Instagram's effect on youth. Key provisions: duty of care. Platforms must prevent and mitigate harmful content, such as material promoting S-side, eating disorders, D-abuse, sexual exploitation, cyberbullying, or illegal products. Default safety settings. Strict privacy settings must be applied by default for minors. Parental tools. Platforms must provide tools for parents to monitor and report harmful activity. Algorithm transparency. Minors must have options to disable addictive features like infinite scroll or personalized recommendation algorithms.
How about you just, like, be a fucking parent, bitch? This woman doesn't want to be a parent. This woman should not be allowed. Listen, if you can't advocate for children like actually being parented, you shouldn't be allowed to be in Congress.
Exactly.
This woman is too Karen to think properly.
Age verification. Research into privacy respecting age verification systems at the device or OS levels. Bite me. Anyway, progress. 2022 introduced but did not pass Congress.
Good.
2023 and 2024 revised and passed the Senate in July 24, 91-3, but stalled in the House due to disagreements and competing privacy bills. 2025 reintroduced in the 119th Congress. 2025 through 2026 by Senator Blumenthal, still under discussion, not yet law. So that's why it's being talked about, because it was reintroduced.
It was reintroduced in May, yes. It's been reintroduced, but there's no details on it.
No, which means it's very possible they're having the same... Here's the thing. If it stalled in the House even under Biden, which was still heavily Republican...
Yeah, there's a
and
chance.
Is still heavily Republican today, probably a lot of the same people, they will probably still not make it pass.
You can set screen time and content limits. Yes, you can. People just don't want to raise their fucking children, and I don't want to say words that would get me banned, but there are words that I would say to parents. Like, I unironically think that instead of doing this, we need bills that would punish parents if their children got into stuff and they knowingly did not parent their children. And I actually debated about this with my mother. Because like, well, Mom, I was like, Mom, this is how I think we should do it. Where parents need to be punished if they themselves are not actively like taking part in making sure their children are raised correctly. And I'm not saying being a helicopter parent, because that don't work either. Because I know I never had a helicopter parent, but I know that my mom got a little crazy sometimes. And I've met parents that are crazy sometimes.
You met my mother.
Yes.
She was a helicopter parent.
So, I don't believe parents need to be helicopter parents, but I believe that parents need to know what their children are doing. And if they know their kids are getting into trouble, I also believe that we need to like build like, I don't want to say build a society. We need to build good behaviors in both parents and children, where parents are good to their children, to where if a child fucks up, they can go to their parent. Because like, that's how I was raised. If I fucked up as a child, even though like my parents and I weren't always on the best of terms, because like who is? If there was a major fuck up, like I remember the first time I was exposed to pornography and it was by accident, I told my mom, I was like, I don't know what this is, but it was pretty weird. And so that's only because I had a good relationship with my parents, because I knew that if it was an accident, you know, they might get mad at me, because if I remember correctly, it was because I was trying to install like if I remember correctly, it was cursor like different cursor colors. So I thought that different cursors was cool, and I clicked on way too many ads and saw something that I shouldn't have. Right. But sorry, I'm almost done here.
No, you're fine.
But if it was truly an accident, I knew my parents wouldn't get mad at me. They just might be a little disappointed. So I think that we need to rebuild that idea of parents and children being at one with each other in purpose. So that you can have kids come to you when they have these issues, because we don't have that today. And the result is people thinking that, for fuck's sake, that we need to have the internet regulate their children. You fell for that? I was dumb and stupid and a tiny person. So fight me. But like, unironically, I do think that we need to have laws on the books where parents are punished if they don't actually like take an interest in making sure their kids' lives are saved. And I have had people say, well, how is that going to be monitored? There could be like issues with that being abused. And I was like, I can agree. And I would have to be very fine and very specific. But I do think that there is not enough punishment to the parents that don't do a fucking thing. That we don't have a fucking thing that happens. And because of that, we are in the spot we are today. So I think that we need to have parents that are like held to the fire. I don't want this bullshit of the internet can raise my kids. I want the I want parents punished if they are fucking stupid.
Well,
so
I want to kind of give some context as well, because like my first interaction with porn was my grandparents. My great grandparent. I know this is a weird way to talk about.
Okay.
But on their wall, they had these like really old like plates, like display plates. that depicted various points in Christian history or other like history.
Yeah.
Cool. I was looking at them. I was very young. Like I was around like I think like before my teens. And a lot of them depicted naked people because at that point in time,
I'd say that's a little different, but
I know. Well, hold on. Let me get there. I saw these and I got curious.
Oh.
And I delved down the rabbit hole.
Instead of asking your parents?
Instead of asking my parents, I dived into the rabbit hole of investigating.
Okay.
And it eventually, let's put it this way. It got to the point where I was taking art of various female Sonic characters and making them naked. Very bad. But the point stands, my parents caught wind of that. And,
I bet your dad's laughing in the other room right now.
Probably. But my parents caught wind of that. And they grounded me. And they had to make me, like, prove that I could regain their trust. But guess what? That's parental supervision and intervention.
I mean, I wouldn't have grounded you. It would have been different. If it's like your first offense, I would have grilled you and found out where it came from.
Oh, I got grilled too. You met my mother.
Yes, I've met your mom.
She's
I feel like some of that's part of the problem with you right now is because of your mom.
Very likely, yes. But that's what I'm saying is like they took parental action and they dealt with it. Long term, did it help?
No, it didn't.
No.
I'd say you're worse off.
I'm worse now, but I'm an adult now, so I can make these decisions for myself.
Very Christian of you.
So, yeah. But that's the thing is like when you have the parents dealing with their kids properly, we should never get to the point where we're doing this bill.
I agree. And this bill is proof that people don't know how to raise their kids, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because people should know better.
Yeah, set up parental controls. Parental controls is... it's... it's the right way to mention, talk about, parental controls. They're fine, but not fine. They can get pretty invasive on their own, too.
Mm.
Either way, support backed by Microsoft, X, Snap, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and over 240 organizations, supporters, including some conservatives like Donald Trump Jr., praise its focus on child safety and parental. Ugh. See, that's one I don't like.
Well, that's Donald Trump Jr.
Right, but we know Trump also listens to Trump Jr.
Why is X saying that it supports it?
Again, that was back in 2023 and 24 and 22. So that Elon's opinion very well may have changed. And I want to add context to that. They're saying X now. But was it Twitter back then?
I don't know. Temp from that day on turned off safe search.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Free speech concerns, groups like the EFF and ACLU warn that vague duty of care rules could lead to censorship, potentially restricting access to LGBTQ+ or reproductive rights information. Bite me. Anyway, privacy risks. Age verification may increase data collection and infringe on privacy.
Yeah?
It will.
Yeah. You know, with that as a tangent, let's talk about the T app. You guys know the T app that recently shat the fucking bed? Okay, I have to ask Temp, what do you know about the T app? I kind of know enough.
is a female dating app that ended up turning into women scream about men app.
Yeah, basically that's what it was. So the T app was essentially an app for women only, and in order for them to verify that you were a woman only, because I think it even kicked out trans people, which is kind of funny if true.
Yeah, I believe so.
But what ended up happening is all of these women had to scan their face, their ID, to show that they actually were natal women. And so the resulting issue is not just that it could have happened, is that it did happen. And what did happen is such a massive data breach. And the reason why it ended up happening is the idiot who made the app. I don't know very much about the guy who made the app. Apparently, it's either a man or a woman. But like, whoever made it stored the repository of all private information in a publicly viewable space. I don't know like what the specifics, like if the server was publicly accessible or they just had a database that was publicly accessible somehow. I really don't know. What I do know is because of this, every single when somebody found this out, when one random idiot from 4chan found this out, the entire site was doxxed, and every single woman that started using this app, which I heard was like in the millions, they were effectively doxxed fully. Names, addresses, pictures of their IDs, all of it was posted to the ClearNet, and now all those women are out there basically. Now, I'm not going to say where you can find this information, because it's my understanding that if you spread that around, it could be an issue for you. But it is quite literally one of the biggest doxes in recent times.
Yeah.
And
so,
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. You're fine.
I was just going to say, this is one reason why I don't believe that ID verification is a good idea. Because the places that do it, you know that the moment that happens, the moment people start using ID verification more heavily, I bet you it's happening right now. Whatever websites use ID verification, people are trying to penetrate them right now as we speak. Because of the online safety bill that's going on in the UK, that's forcing them to upload their IDs, I'm betting you whatever ID system Discord uses, Twitter uses, all of these systems use, they are trying to penetrate them right now.
Yep.
For people because there is a game for some internet individuals in doxing others. So you can bet your ass that if that comes to America, it's going to happen here too.
Absolutely. So from TechCrunch, dating safety app T breached, exposing 72,000 user images.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was a million.
An app that allows women to post anonymous comments about men they've supposedly dated announced Friday that it suffered a data breach, with hackers gaining access to 72,000 images. That number includes 13,000 selfies and photo IDs submitted for account verification, as well as 59,000 images from posts, comments, and direct messages. The company said, T also said that no emails or phone numbers were exposed, and that only users who signed up before February 2020 were affected.
I call cap.
I don't believe that one.
I think they're just trying to minimize the fact that they let a lot of personal information that was, again, very easily viewable to be removed.
Exactly. We have engaged third-party cybersecurity experts and are working around the clock to secure our systems, the company said. At this time, we have implemented additional security measures and have fixed the data issue. 404 Media reported that 4chan users claimed to be sharing personal data and selfies from T after discovering an exposed database. The hack comes after the T app seemed to achieve viral popularity this week. As of Saturday morning, it was still number 1 in the free app rankings in Apple's App Store.
These people have not learned a single damn thing. Thank you for the file.
Did you know Final Fantasy XIV G posing can get you verified on Discord?
Yes, it can.
Oh, did you see how some people are getting around the ID verification?
Yeah,
in the UK?
they're using like WWE characters.
No. Well, yes. but Norman Reedus from Death Stranding is so well designed in Death Stranding 1 and 2 that he looks real. Like, he doesn't even look like he's from a game, and people are submitting that.
Interesting.
For ID verification and getting through.
Well, if it is possible that you can use your G posing in 14, just like create a here. That's what the humans are, right? Hire or whatever. And you can just, because like one of the things you have to do is like turn your face and do a smile or a frown or some shit. You can just literally get really good at G posing and have your human smile or frown and do a 360 or whatever that shit. And if that works, that's hilarious. VPNs are being blocked. Well, that's kind of what is to be expected from the UK government being retarded. I'm gonna use this face does not exist. Fair.
Highlander works best.
Again, if there's just clips of people turning their face and shit, use it. It works.
Yeah. So, critics fear the FTC or future administrations could exploit KOSA to suppress certain viewpoints. Some ex-users compare KOSA to the UK's Online Safety Act or EU's Digital Services Act, raising concerns about reduced internet anonymity or digital ID mandates. Relevance to Japan. Japan lacks a direct equivalent to KOSA, but has related measures. Youth Internet Environment Act, or Improvement Act from 2008, promotes filtering software, but lacks specific social media regulations. Personal Information Protection Law, amended in 2022, strengthens data protection, but is not child-focused. Well, at least that's, honest. Current issues. 2023 survey showed Japanese children ages 2 to 16 spend significant time online, 1 hour and 46 minutes to 6 hours and 22 minutes daily, with risks like vision damage, dark pool job scams, and interactions with strangers. 20% share photos/videos, and 14% meet offline. Future trends. Inspired by global laws, Australia's 2024 social media ban for under 16. Japan may consider stricter regulations, though no concrete laws exist yet. And that's the thing. That is, well, I don't agree with the Australia thing. They very specifically stated under a certain age.
I'm
not saying we need that, but compared to the rest of these, that's at least better. Not great, but better. But Australia is also messed up. Australia's Australia. U.S. KOSA's passage in 2025-26 depends on resolving free speech and privacy concerns. If enacted, it could significantly impact platforms. You don't say! Japan. Growing online, risks for children may lead to KOSA-like regulations, influenced by global trends and UN/ITU guidelines for child safety. Global. Cross-border internet nature calls for international cooperation on child safety. Now, that is actually one thing that might influence KOSA for in America. You're seeing a lot of companies dip out of America right now. Let me find the actual tweet so I can put it in chat.
Can we get a link to the original tweet? Yes, link it for them.
That's the tweet I'm talking about right now, the one from the Japanese. So we're seeing a lot of companies actively leave the UK or even sue them. Like Wikipedia is suing the EU right now.
It's funny that it's Wikipedia that's doing it.
Well, when you're actively trying to censor, I may not agree that Wikipedia is perfectly perfect.
We don't like Wikipedia, but Wikipedia is doing a good idea.
Yes, and it is a data collection source of knowledge. And that shouldn't be censored, because that knowledge could help other people. But because of what's going on in the UK and the EU, it is being censored. So they have taken to suing the EU. And I have a feeling more companies are going to get in on that. And that's the thing here. You know how many companies we would lose in America?
Where would
if
they go?
Did the same thing here? That's the thing. Where?
They can't go to the UK. They can't go to the EU. They can't really go to Australia. Where'd they go? Japan?
Japan, Russia.
Oh gosh.
China?
That would be funny, going to Russia or China. See, we're already losing shit to China. That would just suck.
I'm just saying, like...
Wikimedia Foundation not being hookers and blow organization.
Canada's part of the EU. So Canada will have to experience these laws as well.
Yes. They already do.
They do, yeah. They already do to a degree, yeah.
Chat, don't be silly about Korea.
I like this is what Wikipedia and something. Conclusion. KOSA aims to enhance online safety for children, but faces challenges balancing protection with free speech and privacy. Japan has partial measures, but may explore stronger regulations. What the hell are you talking about? Am I wrong there? Hold on. I now feel like I'm wrong.
Temp might be wrong.
I'm probably...
See, the EU is the European Union, Temp, and Canada belongs to the United States.
Oh, no, okay, I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Oops. One of my...
I don't know why I thought that.
One of my tweets or my messages that isn't done got leaked. Oops. That's okay.
No, I was wrong about that. That's my bad.
Chat, unsubscribe from Temp because he's wrong.
I don't know why I thought that. Oh well. I was wrong. That's on me. Japan has partial measures but may explore stronger regulations as it grows. For deeper details, example, Japan's context, KOSA's text, or specific debates. Let me know and I can search the web for whatever. Either way, that is this thing.
All I know is that if this happens and we all get doxxed, it would just... I don't want it to happen, but it would be incredibly funny for VTubers. That's all I'm saying. That's the only thing that would be mildly funny.
VTubers are going to have an interesting time with this, and I know that VTubers very specifically are some of the biggest protesters.
They are, but they also really don't matter in the grand scheme of things, sadly.
Well, but
to be honest, I'm not sure if that is or is not a good thing, because some VTubers don't really deserve to have a voice. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that shouldn't speak, but...
Yeah. Excuse me.
As far as the payment processing stuff, there's a lot to talk about there. If you do want to look into it, though, might I suggest looking at Madam Savvy? I will bring up her... Boop. And Savvy, I don't think posts anything not safe for work, so I'm just gonna...
Don't take that risk. Why would you take that risk? Temp, don't take that risk.
I'm double checking before I actually do what I'm gonna do.
I'm just saying, don't take that risk. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, I checked. We're fine. We're fine. So, Savvy has been meticulously going over the Visa and MasterCard situation with Collective Shout.
Chat is saying don't do it. Savvy posts a ton of not safe for work. That's what I thought.
Not on her Twitter. I just checked. Besides, we're not going down very far anyway. It's fine. I've been looking at Savvy's posts all day, chat, trying to make sure I can make the proper thumbnail. She has not posted anything not safe for work in at least 2 days. So, by law, financial institutions like Visa and MasterCard must have a hotline for integrity, ethics, and compliance complaints. Oh.
Savvy loves yaoi. Yeah, I mean, she's a woman, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. So, again, if you want to read what's going on with Savvy, I would recommend that. If you want to read it, here is her Twitter chat. You should go read it. It's a lot to go over, so we went over some of it last week. It's a lot to go over this week. If more major developments happen, I would like to talk about it next week.
She's actually working
But
with the Japanese politician dude.
Yeah, she is. So I have a feeling, and here's the thing: Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and Collective Shout are all scrambling. None of them are like happy with this. What's going on?
So here's kind of like the TLDR update right now, chat. A broken clock was right once, or was right twice a day. That being anavalence, or anal violence, as some people very crudely call them.
Yeah.
And Anna is basically trying to rally more people into calling Visa and MasterCard to try and bombard them because, oddly enough, chat, even though Anna Valens doesn't believe that Kirsch should have a platform because she believes in censoring Kirsch because of... I think, if I remember correctly, Anna Valens' original displeasure with Kirsch was the Great Replacement Theory thing, which, again, isn't even substantiated. I struggle to imagine the clip where they say that Kirsch is like a white supremacist, and it's not true. But that's like the original anger of Anna Valens towards Kirsch. Actually, no, I think it was just because they made fun of Anna Valens. But now Anna Valens is on the side of we need to not censor porn, or just like censor things in general, which I think took a lot of people by surprise, because Anna Valens was like coming out and saying, they kind of got into a slap fight with Savvy, which I thought was kind of funny, but they're just coming out and trying to like share resources with people. And in my head, I was like, okay, I dislike and I'm debating if I want to see if I can get an interview. But by the same token, I feel like, unlike the Nyara one, we already know everything about Anna Valens. With Nyara, I feel like it served the purpose of telling people more about Nyara, what they thought, what they think, that I don't think you would have gotten from just listening to their YouTube videos. With Anna, I don't know if I would be able to get anything. The only reason I would want to talk to them is just to get them in a room and say, so why are you for censorship of a content creator, but you're also okay with not censoring your own shit? Do not get an interview.
Did you know that Visa funded Osaka Pride, a Pride event in Osaka, Japan, which had a ton of pornographic vendors at said event?
That's funny.
Well, that's the thing, is it's double standards.
Oh,
It's all
it
about
is.
money to these people.
No, it's about religion.
We're censoring it to do
It's-
X, Y, and Z.
It's really, if it was, dude, unironically, you are wrong. Because if it was about money, Visa would not give a shit if a whole bunch of people were making porn. Because porn is one of the most lucrative industries in the fucking world. So it's not about money. It's about control over what is and what isn't okay on a morals level. Because a lot of these people that own the banks are very moralistic and baggy with how they do it. So, it really just comes down to religion. Not even in my personal opinion. That is just objectively what it is. It's religion for some of these people.
Fair. Which is funny, because all of a sudden they care about religion.
But anyway, the only reason why I would even entertain the idea is just to like ask Anna, why are you down for this but not for that? Like this is like major hypocrisy to me. That's the only reason why I would do it. But I feel like the most I would do, because originally I was like, maybe I should get an interview. And then I was like, actually, if I were to do anything, I would probably just ask them questions in DMs.
It's about power and they have BlackRock connections. It is that too.
I don't think BlackRock has anything to do with it, though.
No, they do. BlackRock has stakes in Visa and MasterCard. Well,
okay, so you're saying that BlackRock is the one forcing all this? Because again,
BlackRock has a lot of hands
again,
in the cookie jar.
The people that are like at the top of Visa and MasterCard are heavily religious. That's the problem. And they're not even like Jewish religious. That's the part that's funny, is it's just like Christian extremists. So, you know, I'm not going to bring that up, Victus, because that looks gross, but I will bring up that one image, the Happy Pride one. It has the big Visa logo out in the background there. Look at that, chat. Visa logo, Happy Pride!
Ugh. Sorry, I'm not showing it on my screen, but I see it on yours and ugh.
It's really funny because, like, a lot of the censorship is also inherently anti-LGBTQ, which is why in an odd, very rare turn of events, you see these people also being like pro non-censorship. So it is very hilarious because a lot of these LGBTQ people, they are for censorship. But when it comes to their shit, they're going to be like, oh, please don't censor my shit. And they're going to try and fight back against it. So it's one of those things where do you side with the tranny who has been trying to censor you because they also don't want censorship on the internet for their niche things? And if you fight with them, maybe you have the chance to get rid of censorship. Or do you just... I don't know. It's kind of like the enemy of the enemy is my friend kind of deal. But I'm interested to see what people think, because I'm kind of in the middle on it right now. I'm really in the middle on it. What do you think?
Censorship sucks.
Censorship sucks. I agree. Of all kinds. I don't believe that there should be any censorship.
Agreed.
On
the note...
Minus CP, but...
Censorship. Yeah, minus CP. CP should never exist. Anyone who does, I'm going to flat out say it, wood chipper for you.
But that's like very easily definable. So I feel like that's like one of those things that you just say and you can push off to the side.
Exactly. On the note of censorship, itch.io. So on July 24th, there was an update to itch.io where they removed a lot of not safe for work content. Saying we have de-indexed all adult not safe for work content from our browse and search pages. We understand this action is sudden and disruptive, and we are truly sorry for that frustration and confusion caused by this change. Recently, we came under scrutiny from our payment processors regarding the nature of some content hosted on itch.io due to a game titled No Mercy. Do you remember No Mercy?
I do. That was one of the few video games that was it pulled off of Steam?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was temporarily available on itch.io before being banned back in April. The organization Collective Shout launched a campaign against Steam and itch.io, directing concerns to our payment processors about the nature of certain content found on both platforms. Our ability to process payments is critical for every creator on our platform. To ensure that can continue to operate and provide a marketplace for all developers, we must prioritize our relationship with our payment processors, our payment partners, and take immediate steps towards compliance. And that's the thing people don't understand about Steam, where it's like, oh my god, why would you bow? Because if they didn't, Steam would die.
Here's my thing. When I saw a bunch of people like saying, oh my gosh, Steam bowed, it's just like, do you know how to use crypto? Fucking idiot. No, I didn't think so. Like, Steam is the wrong person to get mad at.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they did it, and there's been a surge in crypto.
I don't think a lot of people still use it, though. It's still a platform that gets very little usage. And will get...
the specific people.
Ish. Regardless, I just don't think it's something that's going to take off as much. I mean, like, I have debated, like, I have a wallet. I have a couple wallets, actually. And I might make a wallet just for my VTuber persona. So if people want to donate to me through cryptocurrency, they can. But it's one of those things where it is not widely accepted on multiple different markets that would need to accept it. Like, there's a few niche case scenarios where I've seen people... I've seen stores that, like, could take it. And I've seen a few websites that take it, but other than that, it's not a widely accepted medium, and I don't think it will until people get truly desperate.
Mm-hmm. So, this is a time-critical moment for itch.io. The situation developed rapidly, and we had to act urgently to protect the platform's core payment infrastructure. Unfortunately, this meant it was not realistic to provide creators with advance notice before making this change. We know this is not ideal, and we apologize for the abruptness of the change. We are currently conducting a comprehensive audit of content to ensure that we can meet the requirements of our payment processors. Pages will remain de-indexed as we complete our review. Once the review is complete, we will reintroduce or introduce new compliance measures for not safe for work pages. This will include a step where creators must confirm that their content is allowable under the policies of the respective payment processors linked to their account. Part of this review will see some pages being permanently removed from itch.io. Effectively, accounts will be notified via their email address from our support address. You can reply to that email if you have any follow-up questions. We ask for your patience and understanding as we navigate this challenging period. I'm sorry we cannot share more at this time, but we are still getting a full understanding of the situation ourselves. We will post a follow-up on our blog if the situation changes.
I can't blame them, but deleting products, that crosses the line. I agree.
itch.io is actually going a little step further that is actually pissing people off. So Steam, they removed a lot of games, but they never actively said that these games would be removed from Steam and your account. itch.io is removing them from both their storefront and your account. So that's getting them quite a bit of flack. Which, as it should.
Mm-hmm.
But if we want to talk about the shit that Collective Shout stepped in, they stepped in a big pile.
I think we already talked about how they supported cuties.
Collective Shout is also targeting X, urging Elon Musk to ban all porn on the platform.
I don't think that's stepping in it. I think they just chose the wrong target. Because Musk is not going to ban porn. And if he does...
Musk is not going to ban them, but also people are basically begging Musk to redo PayPal, essentially. Like, because he was talking about doing his own payment processing, like PayPal originally was.
Oh yeah, I expect him to do that because I think he's going to do that because he knows he's going to make a lot of money off of it. All he has to do, make a new platform, slap a 1.5% tax on all transactions going in and out of it, and he's going to make millions off of it.
Oh yeah, he'll make millions, and it gets people away from such places like PayPal, or, well, I'm not sure about Visa and MasterCard, but at least PayPal.
The only problem is if Visa and MasterCard decide to block his payment processor, because they could do that.
Yes.
But
they could.
But I feel like he's going to try.
So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I think this is probably the biggest pile of shit that Collective Shout wanted to step in, because this is the one that will actively hurt them.
How so?
Because they're choosing the wrong target. You want to go after people, like rich people like this, you go after stuff like the different stores, like Target, Walmart, Amazon.
Musk knows how to make it happen. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying that he is going to have an issue if Visa and MasterCard decide they don't want to appear with him because he's an alt-right Nazi. Although that's not even really the problem, because Visa and MasterCard are owned by hyper-religious people. So.
Well, we'll see. This, again, is developing. If more happens, we'll mention it next week. But I'm not going to say it's a nothing burger, because it's a lot of stuff going on right now, but I feel like it's so much stuff, it's hard to report on it unless that is very... Like, if we had an entire stream dedicated to talking about this, we could probably do it all. But since we have a lot to go through, we're just kind of skimming it.
Yeah.
But it all ties back into the Kids Online Safety Act.
Thank you for the follow on Kick. By the way, chat, you should follow me on Kick if you haven't already. Dump Twitch. Twitch sucks, kind of. Follow me on Kick instead. Or YouTube. I'm planning to use Kick or Twitch until they ban me or Twitch dies. Both are equally able to happen. So follow me on Kick.
Let's get into some kind of happier news real quick, and then we'll go into the Nintendo news. How about that?
Okay.
Steam Deck 2 and a home console are reportedly in the works, and Sony may be helping to turn the handheld to the portable PlayStation game device I really want. So this is an article by Tech Radar. It's no surprise that Valve's Steam Deck has been largely successful since its launch in 2022. Can you believe it's been that long already?
I can't.
With multiple configurations available at affordable prices and the popular SteamOS at the helm, now, new speculation suggests Valve's plans for a successor may be bigger than we thought. As reported by Notebook Check, Valve is rumored to be working on a successor to the Steam Deck and a dedicated home console, with the latter potentially utilizing AMD's upcoming Zen 6 APU, codename Magnus. That's based on speculation and internal leaks from hosts John and Jimmy Champagne on Moore's Law is Dead podcast. Speculation from Jimmy Champagne also has Sony working closely with Valve going forward, specifically ensuring that PlayStation titles will support Steam Deck. This isn't far-fetched either, as Sony has made a clear effort to make its first-party titles Deck verified, and that's evident with games like Last of Us Part 2 and God of War Ragnarok. So, I'm going to be a bit of a skeptic here. I mean, we know Steam Deck 2 is eventually. Surprise. But when it comes to stuff like this, there's really only one source I actively trust, and that is Tyler McVicker. We've talked about him before because he actively, it's literally his job to dig into the back end of these Valve games and see what they're doing. So until I hear him talk about this, I'm not sure, but I think this is interesting. The AMD Zen 6 APU is also reportedly being used for either Sony's PS6 or Microsoft's Xbox next-gen consoles.
Okay, the APU is the AI GPU, basically, right?
I believe that is the combination of the GPU and CPU. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me double check that.
So retarded. I don't see a use for it outside of people that need AI based stuff.
Yeah, it combines the CPU and GPU, like I thought. Okay.
Wait, it combines a CPU and GPU?
Yes.
For what reason?
Well, for consoles, because with a console you can't stuff an RTX 5090 and a AMD 9800 X3D in there, because there's not enough space for that. So they combine the two, essentially.
You could just make a computer at that point.
Exactly.
Go computer chat.
It's essentially integrated graphics, yes. One chip, less cost, and smaller footprint, correct. And it's projected to be a powerful chip for gaming with 11 CPU cores, which is actually quite a lot these days, or at least for consoles. When referring to the prospect of a home console, MLID mentions, all I can say is I was told years ago, full stop, that Valve are using AMD. It's going to be really powerful, and they're going to treat this like a proper console launch to compete as a console. If this is indeed the processor used for the purported dedicated Steam home console, it hints at Valve shaping up to move matters beyond portability with a handheld. Besides the classic Sony PlayStation Portable, Sony has yet to make a strong effort to battle in the handheld market. I say this because the PlayStation Portal is far from what I want from Sony, as I'd much rather have a handheld that can play games natively instead of streaming them. Agreed. While you could say it's just based on speculation, Sony and Valve have clearly been working closely, since a large majority of PlayStation titles on PC go straight Steam. As mentioned, there's a sense that Sony puts extra effort into optimizing games for Valve's Deck-verified system, especially with its Nix's software developers, who are known for great optimization at the helm of the PC. I don't see Sony bringing its blockbuster first-party titles to PC on day one, but if it sticks with the staggered release trend and it doesn't bother creating a native handheld experience, I'd happily settle for a Steam Deck 2 as an alternative with a more powerful processor for better performance. And I agree. What handheld market? Switch 2, the MSI Claw, the Lenovo Legion Go, and
basically a bunch of consoles that you might not have ever heard of before.
The Asus ROG Ally and ROG Ally X, and now the Asus Xbox handheld is coming, and the Steam Deck, and I guess now eventually Steam Deck 2. The handheld market is actually pretty big. It's just not a lot of them are listed as consoles. So specifically gamers who are only paying attention to the console world will probably not hear about any more of these than just the Steam Deck. Because the Steam Deck is the closest one out of all of them to a console-like experience. Speaking of console-like experiences, Nintendo reportedly using legally ambiguous language to modify Pokemon patents amid ongoing Palworld lawsuits.
This is kind of like 2 weeks old, isn't it?
This article was posted on Bounding Into Comics on July 23rd, so this week.
I feel like it's something that's been talked about before, though.
It's been talked about a bit longer than just this, but we're now seeing more stuff.
Okay.
Nintendo continues to move legal goalposts in the case of Pocket Pair, yet again adjusting their Pokemon patents, despite the patent infringement to case being ongoing. Combined with the language used reportedly being unfitting for a patent, and it appears Nintendo is growing desperate to prove Palworld guilty. Games Fray reports Nintendo's latest legal document sought to amend their patents in their patent infringement case against Pocket Pair and Palworld. It should be noted the date of divisional patents doesn't matter, but the date of the original patent they're based on, they are subsidiaries based or designed to further explain the patent. While completely legal, Nintendo has previously been accused of lawfare by adjusting their patents to better apply to Palworld. In response, Palworld has removed and adjusted mechanics from the game, causing Nintendo to adjust their patents yet again. Corrections 2025-39-1 requests for 4 claims pertaining a patent for riding a creature and smoothly switching between them to be modified. This includes summoning a swimming creature if the player falls in water, and so forth. The 4 claims are adjusted across 3 corrections. The first essentially rephrases that the player can summon a flying creature and immediately begin flying from the first input when in midair. Correction 3 adjusts a game program according to any one of claims 1 to 3 to a game program according to claim 1 to 2. Correction 2 at 301 words explains claim 1 is about fall damage, and claim 2 automatically makes the player board a flying creature when they have another selected, even when other flying creatures can be used.
I'm sorry, board a flying creature just sounded like a funny sentence. Make the person board a flying creature. Yes, I am bored of the flying creatures.
It should be noted that in Pokemon Legends Arceus, only one Pokemon can be used to fly, Bravery, and other Pokemon games with multiple flying partners with Flight More as a quick travel feature, or launched in a different manner, like Latias and Latios in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Nonetheless, the corrections were approved by the court, as they do fall under Article 126 of Japan's Patent Act, which allows patentees to make modifications to their respective written application if they limit themselves to restrictions of the claims, correction of errors or mistranslations, and clarification of an ambiguous statement, and rewriting a claim that cites another claim into a claim that does not cite that other claim. But is it enough claim?
Can you explain what you're saying here? Because I don't understand it.
No. I would say, where's Ava? Ava could probably explain that a little bit than I could.
Where's my autism?
Ava, if you're around, you're welcome to come in and explain this to us idiots. Because this is legal jargon here. It should be noted that per Games Fray, gliding with pals currently removed from the game, first shown in the... I think she's streaming right now. Is she streaming? Not on YouTube or Twitch or Kick. By the way, it was first noted per Games Fray, gliding with pals, currently removed from the game, was first shown in the June 2021 trailer. This was 6 months prior to the original Nintendo patent application. Even so, Palworld still has pals that players can ride that truly fly. Licensed attorney Andrew Esquire, Legal Mindset on YouTube, cast his own doubt on Nintendo's chances. He explained in a hypothetical US case, at least, Pocket Pair changing their mechanics would frustrate any good faith infringement claim Nintendo makes, and essential as the US market is key to Pocket Pair. Esquire, or I'll say Legal Mindset. Legal Mindset also felt what Nintendo added in the Japanese patents were superfluous legal gobbledygook, and also took issue with the use of ambiguous terms like even win. While rare to modify a patent mid-litigation, Legal Mindset believed Nintendo intentionally did so as they know they're not doing good and know their case will struggle. Should Nintendo lose in Japan, they would lose their Pokemon patents. So because of that risk, they're trying to throw out confusion, some ambiguity, some delay. Legal Mindset elaborates as a litigation tactic. Esquire explains in a comment. Legal Mindset explains it's a common tactic with larger companies with deeper pockets to drag litigation out longer than the other side could afford. It's almost like we predicted that.
Oh my gosh,
ago.
that's actually Legal Mindset that they're talking about?
Yes, it's actually Legal Mindset.
That's funny.
They say Esquire, but they already.
He is Esquire. He's an Esquire.
Right,
excuse me.
Right, but that's why I'm changing it to Legal Mindset so chat knows specifically who I'm talking about.
Did they just call him Andrew Esquire?
Yep.
I see.
They also did mention he's Legal Mindset, but they're using his full name.
That's funny.
But yeah, no, he Legal Mindset basically said what we've been predicting for months is that all what Nintendo is doing is just trying to bleed Pocket Pair.
And I highly
doubt. That's the end goal here.
I highly doubt it'll happen.
It won't happen. Win or lose, this also scares other smaller companies into avoiding legal battles with Nintendo. Things aren't doing much better in amended claims in the US, likely building up for a case in the States. The claims explain mounting a flying creature, being able to mount ground-based and swimming creatures, fall damage, displaying miniature visual objects representing the flying mounts. Several claims appear to emphasize the same point again and again, mounting a sometimes flying creature from those available and then moving around with it. Some list different ways a player can ride a creature, dangles from, or hold on. Each is their own separate correction, others are outright redundant, like the phrase, selected based on the selection operation. So that's the end of the article. Again, what this has been telling us is the same thing that's been told to us several times over the course of the last few months, is Nintendo is playing fuck. Plain and simple. His name isn't Andrew Esquire, it's his first name and title. Esquires are lawyers.
Yes. Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
Yes, Esquire is not like a name. That's a title for a lawyer.
You'll learn something new every day. So yeah, if Nintendo is losing, yay! Minecraft is done after the Happy Ghast update? I don't believe that. Is there evidence to support that?
No, like done in development? No, they're already working on the next update. They're adding copper golems, which is something I've wanted for a fucking while.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think done is in like gone, not fun anymore or some shit.
Speaking of games, chat, who wants to feel old? I know we started the stream with FNAF. Undertale is 10 years old.
Yes, Undertale is 10 years old. That's hard to believe.
Now, this was posted on July 25th. Toby Fox said, it's almost been 10 years since Undertale released. Now I'm looking for your memories. Let's turn back together. Face the flower and speak. And post a link to memories.undertale.com. So,
10 years old. It's kind of crazy, chat. How old is Deltarune? Deltarune was like a couple years after that, so...
Yeah, Deltarune is still in early access, too. At least we're not as old as Temp's Atari game collection. How did you know I had an Atari game collection?
Temp with Atari game collection?
Yeah, I do. Akko, E.T. is in that collection.
I didn't know you actually had that. That's interesting.
I have E.T., yeah.
No, I didn't. I'm talking about I didn't know that you play, you had, oh shit.
Yeah, I have an Atari and Atari games.
What I meant is, like, I didn't know you had, like, Atari games. Do you have an Atari system?
Yeah. Yes. I also have a Genesis and some Genesis games.
Look at that.
And I have a PS2 that can play PS1 games.
Undertale was released before Cryotic was outed for grooming. Who?
Another big content creator. Temp, thoughts on the Atari 7800 Plus? I have no idea. No idea. I don't pay attention to that. Among my Genesis collection is the original Sonic 2. What about a PS3 that plays PS2 games? I wish. I actually looked for one because I ended up buying Persona 4. I wanted to say Persona 2, but Persona 4, and never get it to work. I can play it now, but why would I bother playing it on my PS2 when I have it on Steam?
Mm-hmm. Who's Cryotic? I have no idea.
Chat, who wants to cringe? Again. I think it's a great time for more cringe.
What is this?
So, Mr. Beast.
Oh. Don't actually play the audio for this.
I'm not going to. I'm going to mute the React audio for the...
You didn't, though.
No, I muted it on my stream. I turned it down. It's fine. So Mr. Beast announced an animated show today, and it
looks so bad. I hate it. I hate it so much. Is he just gonna like do not Teen Titans, fucking like Ben 10. I was gonna say Ben 10. Is he just?
You know what?
It kind of looks like it could be Ben 10 right now.
The way that he's described it, at least like the story, like the narrative of this in this trailer, is it's kind of like, what if Willy Wonka was into defense? So like, apparently the story is Mr. Beast created this facility that is a whole bunch of like weird like creations, both mechanical and biological.
It looks so bad.
To fight some, like, demon force or whatever.
I hate this animation style so much. It looks so bad. Like, this animation style would be okay for short YouTube animations. Using this for an animated show is no. I hate it. I hate it so much. No, fuck that. That's
So yeah.
Kids audience. Yeah, but listen, kids shows have, in my personal opinion, it doesn't matter if you're a kid show. You should still be a high quality show because kids deserve high quality shows just like adults do. All right.
Now, I will admit, it is refreshing to see a kid show not use like the Gravity Fall. What's that other show?
I used to like Mr. Beast chat.
Steven? Yeah, no, Steven Universe. Thank you. It's Steven Universe I'm thinking of. So, it looks awful. The bean mouse out? Yeah, the bean style. So, I can at least give it props. It may not look good, but it at least looks original.
Original and gross.
I think with some refinement, this could be good. A lot of shows use the Cal art style.
No, don't replay it. Don't replay it. It looks so bad. Get that shit off of my screen. Seriously, get it off of my screen or I'm closing your stream.
It's not that bad. It's bad, not that bad. Oh my god. I guess we could talk about this. Beast Wars was so good. Oh my god, Beast.
Fantastic Four?
Fantastic Four, yeah. So Fantastic Four came out on
the 25th, as the poster says?
Well, no, I'm trying to remember what day it was. Friday. It's been a long day. So I have 4 reviews from this that I have,
$5 for more
and
hats.
it's interesting.
Kids
So
shows need to be
Endymion
high quality
said the
because
Fantastic
they
Four
are more
First Steps was the
susceptible
best
to
Marvel
soft
movie
content.
since Endgame.
2.
Great
Is that
aesthetic,
avocado
great story,
animations art
characters are
style
portrayed
just
very well.
less gory?
Sue Storm is not the lead. Reed very evidently is, and everyone shines. Galactus is cool. My favorite sequence involves the team going to meet him. It was like Interstellar, really cool. CGI was great besides the baby. Looks weird at times, but overall, very well done. Even if my girlfriend liked it a lot, you know it's good because she usually dislikes this sort of movies. And that that first post-credit scene was great too. Just a really well done movie. Feels like old to you to me. Go see it, honestly. Really enjoy it. If it wasn't for the fact I understand Endymion, because I watched him quite a bit, I would say this is like someone sucking up to Disney. And then Neon responded from Cloudfish. Or not responded, but in his own tweet, saying Fantastic Four was better than Superman.
Really? It was that good with Pedro Pascal in it?
Now, Yellow Flash made his own review. I don't know if you saw this one.
I'll be honest. I have not really watched a lot of people's reviews on it just because I've been so busy. I've been avoiding Twitter more and more. And let me tell you, it's great. It's been fantastic. It's been horrible for my content, but I've been avoiding Twitter and it's helped me to... I've been mostly avoiding it so I can work on this fucking video.
Yeah. So, Yellow Flash said Pedro Pascal was a trash Reed Richards. He played a decent Pedro Pascal, though. Fantastic Four was alright, but I enjoyed Superman a lot more. Galactus fight was underwhelming, in my opinion. Weakest of the 4 is Reed. Netflix One Piece at least showed Luffy use powers. Reed does nothing but swing on things. Overall, 5 out of 10. And then, this is one that definitely does not enter the left or right woke community, but a lot of people I know that are in that sphere that I personally know do follow him. Is Geekdom 101. So for those who don't know, he makes a lot of Dragon Ball content, but he also talks about movies and his opinions on movies and games occasionally. And he said, I've seen Fantastic Four 3 times already, and I love it.
Good God, it's on a cracker. That's way too many.
It's way too many. But I understand it, because this is his job, so he can spend money to go see it a lot of times, and then make a review of it and make that money back. So. The world is great, Galactus was awesome, and the movie wastes no time and is very well paced. This could end up creeping into my top 10 MCU movies.
Fuck.
So, I will admit, I am happy that it's kind of mixed. I wish it was great across the... But the fact is that even some people that are kind of in, the anti-woke sphere are either between this is great or it's all right. It's nothing fantastic, but like it's at least a fun watch.
Yeah. Cross your fingers for the K7 relic. The last part I need for that compressor. Oh,
we'll see.
Did everyone leave?
Does it? No. Oh, for you. Doesn't matter if it's good or not. I'm not giving any support to Marvel or DC. That's fair. Did I watch it? No. I'm gonna watch it after it comes out on DVD or Disney Plus. So I don't know. I think this is interesting. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. I fully expected this movie to bomb with all the bad press around it, but
it's doing decently well.
It's actually doing pretty decently, yeah.
That's insane.
Even in the minds of people that you and I follow.
It just sounds like Pedro Pascal's the worst part then.
Pedro Pascal, as I've heard, is just unanimously the worst.
Which sucks because...
Which is not even surprising.
Reed Richards is the guy that, like, kind of makes the movie good.
Yeah, because he's essentially...
He's in charge.
Reed has been constantly touted as the smartest guy in all of Marvel. With people up there like Tony Stark, Doctor Strange, and Peter Parker for Spider-Man. So when you have someone that could very well be the next Iron Man in terms of like his usefulness overall, and it's Pedro Pascal of all people. Like, why?
He's just been the new guy, I guess.
He has been, yeah. Now, I will admit, I actually have not heard anyone talk about Silver Surfer with this film.
Oh, that's right, because Silver Surfer was in this film, wasn't it?
And is female in this one. Now, I said this when the movie was first announced, that this was a different Silver Surfer than the one that we saw in the Tim Story one. So it's not like they just race swapped him. It is straight up a different Silver Surfer. So I will concede and give Marvel that. At least, like, they did that instead of just a flat out race swap. Multiverse of Madness had Jim from The Office as Reed Richards. Why didn't they get him to do it again? I'm tired of looking at Pedro Pascal's face. No, yeah, I completely agree.
He should just put the mask back on.
Yeah, honestly.
He was better when the mask was on.
Doomsday is still in development hell. Doomsday is due next year, along with Spider-Man 4.
Oh, fuck.
We really got not much more to talk about. I know you wanted to rant.
Okay. Save that for the end.
Okay. Don't get me started with MCU Blade. Blade is doomed. Straight up doomed.
Basically, if you want me to rant, then we're gonna be done. So.
Okay, I don't want you to rant because I don't want to be done because we got plenty of time left. I've mentioned this, especially against the anti-Dawn Trail people.
Yeah.
And would you know it? Would you know it? One of the most proficient people who has been paying attention to this game because it is literally his job to pay attention to every ounce of content and release cycle of this game, Mr. Happy, said, you know, I've seen the statement, Stormblood release patches every 3 months, a lot lately, and I have no idea why. The patch cycle was 17 weeks for every expansion prior to Endwalker, where it increased to 18 weeks. Those 2 weeks feel like forever, but it was never 3 months. There are deviations, of course, but never really to less. 2.1, I think, was 20 weeks, 3.1 the same, and 7.2 or 7.3 was also 20. We've never had anywhere close to a 12 to 13 week cycle, though. Prepare for a potential big departure going from 7.3. It was implied in the New Year's post that we would get 2 major patches in 2025, which would mean 7.4 would have to be delayed. December 16th all the way to January 6th. So people have basically been saying, so we're getting less content more frequently. How dare you?
Okay.
Or how dare you make us not wait and get better content?
Okay.
Even though the general consensus is that the content is good and the release cadence is the same as it has been. Like, nothing has really changed, and you all just want to shout to the rooftops that it has. Even, I hate to say it, but this really lines up with something that Jesse Cox said.
Fuck.
Here's my...
So, if you don't mind me playing this,
okay.
It's just a YouTube short.
Uh-huh.
What?
I just thought it funny because he's like, here's my cock.
Current Final Fantasy XIV vibe. A lot of the things people are talking about now and saying are wrong with Final Fantasy XIV are problems, as far as I can tell, that have existed for a long time. Except during Shadowbringers and Endwalker, people were so hyped on the game that they chose to ignore the problems. You're not nitpicking because the overall is so good, you're like, I don't even care, I hate that, it's fine. Now that we've entered a state of Final Fantasy XIV where the story has restarted, and we have basically some new characters and a new plot line that really hasn't gone anywhere
I hate
yet.
that he uses the music.
There's not really much story right now. And everyone who before was ignoring problems
It's so fucking loud.
is focusing entirely on
It is,
them
yeah.
because there's nothing else to talk about. Coming from WoW, coming from other MMOs, it's just the way it's always been.
And he's right, though. I don't often agree with Jesse anymore, especially once he went down his, hard plunge.
Uh-huh.
But he is right. There were a lot of problems with Shadowbringers and Endwalker, and I never heard people talk about them. A lot of the same problems in those expansions exist in Dawntrail, but now people are talking about them. So, what changed? Oh yeah, you're off your high. Didn't he co-host with The Completionist? No, with Total Biscuit. The Completionist probably was on their podcast at one point, but no, he's never actually, I don't believe, co-hosted with Jared. So yeah, people are saying, "Oh my God, Final Fantasy XIV is dying." Nothing has changed as far as development. The only thing that has changed has come from Yoshi P's mouth saying they got complacent, and he's basically going to whip them into shape.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good for a lot of things, because that means things will get better, or at least start improving. Maybe you don't get around much temp, but I've heard many complaints about every 14 expansions. No, I'm not disagreeing. I've heard that. Akko can attest that. I already said there were problems with all these expansions. It's just no one talked about it because they were on their high, essentially. Less 14 is dying, 14 is back. More X game is dying, X game is back. It's the same cycle forever, and until there is a point in time that this game should be dead. Like, Guild Wars 2 is a great example. Guild Wars 2 had a plummet of players. Like, it did really bad at some point. And guess what? We're on the 6th expansion this October, and it's fine.
I guess I just don't pay attention to 14 anymore.
No, you don't. Hell, Battlefront 2 came back. Exactly. And Final Fantasy XI is actually seeing a resurgence in players to the point that Square actually had to lock down one of their servers from people making new characters there.
Really?
Final Fantasy XI is the MMO from the PS2, and it's seeing a massive resurgence on PC.
That's interesting.
So, no, they're fine. That's why I don't think Destiny is going to have problems either. Destiny, at the moment, it has problems,
No,
But
Destiny
you know what?
is not going to have problems. It's Bungie that you should worry about. Bungie could die.
I'm mentioning the specific games, not
I know.
the companies.
I'm just saying the game probably not. The company is the real worry.
So the point stands, though. Yeah, you're getting mad at the game now when that game has had the same issues you're only now complaining about. I don't know what you want. Because if this is the way it has been for years, why do you expect things to change now because X, Y, and Z is done?
Uh-huh.
Like, it's fine. Again, 14 will see a resurgence in players on August, 6th? No, 5th. August 5th. Because that's when the new patch comes out. That's the thing. People only say, the game is dying, because they're looking at player charts near the tail end of these patches, when people have clocked out until it's time for new content. Just saying. The game, no. The community, well, there's not many of them left to do. On that note, how are you with reacting to it?
What? You cut off.
How are you with reacting to another video?
How long is it?
No, wrong screen. 16 minutes.
Bro, what is it about?
It's about Destiny. Do you just want to be done?
No, I'm not saying that. It's just I feel like that's a long video.
Okay, then we won't do it. No video chat.
No, we can do it. It's a long video, and we've been going for almost 3 hours.
Yeah, it's been 2.5.
Yeah. Did I get the thing you sent me? Yes, but anyway, if you want to play the video, you can.
No, go ahead. You basically just talking about how bad Destiny is right now.
Isn't it just about the cheating stuff?
That video, no. That one was talking about the state of the game after.
Oh, if it's not about the cheating stuff, then go right ahead. I really don't care about the cheating stuff, I'll be honest. Yeah, if the guy wants to talk about the state of the game, it's a little bit different.
Okay.
Because, like, cheating stuff, oh my gosh, a lot of people were cheating. Oh, boy.
I think it's about time.
So I'm going to move this to another display, and I'm going to turn on a game in the background while we do it.
Pause.
I know, I'm fixing it. No, where is it? There we go. There it is. Okay.
Time that we sit down and actually have a serious conversation about Destiny 2. I've been getting asked nonstop the past week how I'm feeling about the expansion, and I refuse to answer because I think the raid is the biggest determining factor on whether an expansion is good in the eyes of the community or bad in the eyes of the community. And as you can tell by the massive shopping bags under my eyes, the raid was one hell of an experience. The D2 Twitter community is totally on fire right now because of the contest raid. There are a few different reasons, and we're going to talk about each of them. First of which is that every single boss, all 4 of them, was a damage check in this raid. I think that is perfectly fine because contest raids are the pinnacle. This is the highest tier of anything that we have in Destiny 2 to say, I completed this and this is the most prestigious thing I can do in this game. It's something that you really should have to work extremely hard for and not something that you can first try, and maybe it even takes you a couple of years to build up to it. Because if I rewinded into my Destiny past, the first couple of years that I played Destiny, I would not be able to do a contest raid. I'll tell you that right now. I was a straight burger. Not being able to complete it the first couple of times is completely okay. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that because we live in a day and age where people just want their instant gratification 24/7. But here's the thing. I'm not completely on what you would call the elitist side. There are a lot of things that I think were really, really crappy about the contest raid. The first of which is that Bungie went completely hypocritical on loadout swapping. And let me show you what we're talking about. Not too long ago, they just nerfed basically the best loadout swap that you can do on a Warlock, which allow you to get a lot more damage on your Sanguine Alchemy. So what people would do is they would pop their well and then swap to the Sanguine Exotic so they could get a good amount of extra damage in their well if their subclass matched their heavy weapons. So for example, if you pop your well, you have the Queenbreaker on, you loadout swap to an Arc subclass, and your Queenbreaker would get bonus damage. So they nerfed it, basically alluding to the fact that they're not the biggest fans.
It's a bit low, I know. It is actually as high as I can get it on YouTube. I did just turn it up to max on my React, though that means Akko will probably still not be able to do it.
Hold on. I might be...
You good?
There we go. Try now. Try now.
Of us loadout
yeah, that's
to
better.
Get extra damage that maybe it feels like they didn't want us to get, but then in the contest raid, it was basically required that you were good at loadout swapping in order to be able to clear. And the other big problem that I have with it was weapon restriction. There were like 3, maybe you could argue 2 loadouts that you could use the entire raid to clear this raid. If you used anything outside of that, you were probably not clearing. The first of which was Thunderlord. If you didn't have Thunderlord with the Catalyst, good luck clearing the raid. And it's not that I have some weird hate boner towards Thunderlord for any reason. I think it's more the fact that this is a weapon that's over a decade old in Destiny's history, and it's one of 2 things that's meta for this raid that you could use to clear it on contest mode. And it doesn't really require any real skill to use it either. You literally just stood there and held mouse 1 and aimed at the boss, and Thunderlord would do the rest of the work. And I honestly think the best representation of this whole thing was a meme that actually floated around the community well before the raid came out. And it was this one right here. That on the left is showcasing some sort of crazy weapon swap you can hit with, like throwing your Silence and Squall, Rocket, weapon combo deluxe, and hitting 3.2 million damage. And then those who just mouse 1 with Thunderlord hitting 3.3. And I honestly think that's probably what Bungie was going for here, was making a raid that was more mechanically challenging than anything. I do have a feeling that they knew what the meta was going to be for this, but hey, I could be wrong here. Point is that there needs to be at least a few more options that you can use to be able to clear this, because if you don't have 1 or 2 weapons that you didn't get for any particular reason.
Okay. Even I will admit, I'm bored. And I watched this video already. Point stands.
Sorry, I just got nothing to add.
Like, that's the thing is, like, there's really nothing to add when it's just a lot. Okay, I'm sorry. That's
all right, chat. Are we gonna vote if you wanna move past it or not? I'm just gonna do it.
I'm just gonna do it. Sorry.
Holy fuck, that's hilarious.
Because I think like I got nothing to add in this. So, I guess you want to do your rant now? Or do you want to hold off a bit longer?
Let's hold off until I can finish this defense so that I can devote more time to it.
Okay. What else do we have? You know what? You know what, chat? We're gonna bring up that killing floor. one I mentioned earlier. Now, this one is from Shroud. Do you know who Shroud is?
Ish.
Okay. Hey, can you see my screen?
I do.
Okay.
Did you hear someone's playing this tonight and hopping on as well? I did not. I'm curious if he's gonna like it. I don't think he will. I'm telling you, this game does not. They fuck something up in the way that it feels. I think the gameplay is good. You know, I feel like I'm playing Killing Floor, which is good. The gameplay itself is good, but the feeling of the game, there's just some stuff wrong. Like there's mouse accel, there's mouse smoothing, the visuals are fucked, the performance is fucked. That part of the game is very cursed. The gameplay's cool though. I mean, it's Killing Floor. Did you hear someone's playing this?
Which seems to be the general response of the entire community. Of just, it feels like Killing Floor, but something got fucked up in there.
Okay.
Now, Tripwire has responded. And it basically gave us a roadmap saying the release of Killing Floor 3 is just a day away, and we couldn't be more excited. Fans of Killing Floor and other Tripwire games know that launch is just the beginning, and tomorrow is no different. Introducing the Year 1 roadmap. So, this roadmap is all we have for right now. But what goes into it, for 2070, I don't really feel a hit on the performance. And as a shooter, just turn off the mouse accel. No, yeah, that's what I did too. And it's running fine, minus the occasional hitch and the streaming problem. But the streaming problem can be solved by finally setting up my other PC for and the hitching's bad, but eh. So they basically gave us in the 2025 window for the game for the rest of the year. They're going to be doing a rearmament update, which is basically stuff like fixing some of the improvements, adding more weapons, removing or adding some more quality of life stuff that they were going to add for launch, like the original launch they intended, and then the perks and specialist decoupling. So the game kind of functions like a hero shooter in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And they tied the perks, which are essentially your classes, to those characters, which is not the way it's been in either Killing Floor 1 or 2. And they already said in the first roadmap, before the game even comes out, that they're actually working to decouple. So it allows you to pick whatever character you want and then mix them with whatever class you want.
Right.
Which is good. I like that. So, like, if you want to play the female character permanently and work on other classes, that's the way it should be. I'm not giving spoilers for how I'm going to do it, chat, but And then they announced Season 2, and this is kind of where it kind of gets into more of a gray area, and I mentioned it in the discussion video I had with Magma and Dylan yesterday, where so long as the seasons are permanent and you don't have to buy them outside of like the base $40 price tag, because on Steam they're selling seasons 1 deluxe for $20 and then seasons 2 through 4 for $60. So if they make the seasons permanent, you're paying essentially $80 for potentially permanent battle passes instead.
Right.
Like if these seasons come out as a proper update, and the seasonal purchases are just the battle.
Interesting.
Because the first season is going to add a new specialist, a new map, a new Zed, some more weapons, and basically more campaign stuff and more rewards. But that's it. Obviously, they already have plans for next year, so like Season 3 and Season 4. But they've already said ongoing improvements. We're tuning performance, balancing, and gameplay while working on new features like text chat. Text chat wasn't in the game at launch. So they've already said that's coming. More difficulty settings, modding support, music collectibles, comics, and more. Basically, a lot of quality of life improvements. Because Killing Floor really kind of works off that community support. So having the modding support be added and eventual potential community-made maps will keep the longevity of the game going. A lot of people have actually pointed out the Payday 3 type situation you want the game. And the devs behind Payday 3 took a long time to get any response out for how bad the game was. And Type Tripwire, like the day before the game comes out, has already listed every improvement they're going to be making through the course of the first year. So that's interesting. Having all the characters as big titty goth anime girls is my goddamn given right. Agreed. Channel redeem points because I'm not partnered or affiliated with Twitch. And if I can use them, it's not set up because I'm lazy. Anyway. Did you want to
Give me,
now?
yeah, just give me a minute.
Okay. So I don't know, chat. Again, you should go watch the video I did with Magma and Dylan. That I think this game can be saved. It just needs some work. That it's very clear that we're already seeing the start of that with just what Tripwire talked about. So we'll see. But if there are no results, then we criticize it. But if they make the jump, they make it work, then we praise them. It's the same thing we do with every game company. You do bad, slap on the wrist, or whatever. Not slap on the wrist, but the point stands. And if they do good, we praise them. We do thank you. Do this more. Varric said it best. KF3 is having an identity crisis. Tripwire needs to course correct to save the game. Agreed.
Okay. I think I'm ready.
Okay.
So, yeah, do you guys know that people don't understand what fair use is? So, I'll make it quick just because it is kind of like sad. I was making jokes about like octopus versus squid racism, but I think I don't think so. I'm not going to make those jokes on camera because it's we don't need those dirty squids with hands. But I was talking with this calamari girl who is like on the I don't know if they're a partner on Twitch yet, but they're working on the partner grind. And they started off with a tweet, and I decided to respond because I was like, oh, you know what? I'll be just a little bit educational, just a little bit educational. But they started off by saying, I don't know who needs to hear this, but live streaming other people's live streams isn't content. And it really depends on what you say. It really depends on how you reply to this. Because I was like, you know what? I disagree with that. But I only disagree with it in this certain situation, and then in other situations I can agree with that. So I was like, you know what? Let's see if we can be a little bit educational on this. And I said I disagree. Live commentary can still be transformative. It really depends on what's going on and what you're doing, though. Do it and what you're doing it, though. See, I definitely know how to grammar. And then they respond by saying, if I don't give permission to live stream my live stream, I'm pretty sure that's copyright. Should not live stream another streamer stream without permission, period. And that, chat, is not true. I have the fair use thing that I'm going to bring up here, but that is not true. Because that's not how fair use works. I reply by saying, if I restream it with the purpose of transforming it with commentary, it's fair use. Because, yeah, it is fair use. That is 100% fair use. Chat, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, by the way. I'm kind of curious. And I say if I just plainly restream it with nothing with the purpose of stealing views, then you're 100% correct. Not really 100% correct, but basically correct. But as for me, if a streamer is crashing out on page live and I'm live, and then I give a camera emoji. And then they say, I think it'd be difficult to argue fair use for content that is live streamed. Not true. It's exactly the same. You would have to watch passively, then react to the content. However, if the content is live, it could be hard to react sometimes. Also, simply reacting isn't fair use. Yes, it is. The content would have to be transformative. Reacting is transformative. Reacting is transformative. So just sitting and live streaming someone's stream without permission and minimal interaction isn't allowed. Now, I would have to ask what minimal interaction actually is, but that's also untrue. It would also have to be copyright if it includes personal assets, music, and other items that I have copyright for. Again, not true if it's being done in fair use. Reacting isn't fair use, question mark. Where'd you hear that? Sargon Avocado himself set a precedent, and it's not, Mizu corrected me, it's not really a precedent, but he basically won a court case that did really well, that kind of gave a good rubric for this. Set a precedent that could be used, that fair use could be as little as clipping someone and putting different title and thumbnails together. So I personally think if I'm watching and then commentating on someone with my own thoughts and feelings, it's fair use. To be honest, though, I'd only, again, do it if someone was presenting something worthy of me commenting over. You playing games isn't what I'm interested in. Again, I think my standards of fair use are good enough that even still, I disagree. I could ask the elf lawyer, though, and then I tag Ava, but Ava is busy tonight. And then they say fair use is argued in court. Twitch also dictates what is considered copyright. No, they don't. If they have copyrighted music in the stream that belongs to them, they could strike you for that. If I am talking over it being transformative, again, pausing the video, talking about it, no, it is still technically transformative. And if they strike me for that and take me to court, I could argue that I was ridiculing and talking about the content in general. It is still fair use. If I am not replacing the market where it comes from, and I am providing an alternative market, like let's just say, chat, that none of you would ever watch her streams, all right? None of you are her audience. None of you would watch her streams. And I decide to restream her stuff and talk about it. She does interviews. I thought her interviews were pretty decent. And so because of that, it's fair use. So the music isn't the direct focus. The content is. They lose in court. I agree. They probably would lose in court. So it's fair use. They continue by saying if someone simply renames a recording of my stream, there are platform issues. Talking about Twitch, because Twitch has this thing where you can't like restream somebody's content, and that's fine. I don't care. I don't care about Twitch. As I say here, the platform that allows terrorists, I care about the law. I care about the law. Here, hold on a moment. No spamming, please. You spam, you get muted. Excuse me. I say you'd have to prove that the work I did with reacting and adding commentary transformed the original work without taking away from the original work. If I say watched one of your interviews live, but also gave links to the original and stated that my intent is to give commentary on your interviews and give my opinion and push traffic to you, it's fair use. If I said I wanted to be a market replacement and steal viewers from you, and I was specifically thinking of Ethan Klein at the time, that would be different, because in my personal opinion, that is different. And this is the point where I realized that we were probably having two different conversations, but it still bothered me. They say, dude, I'm literally talking about live streams on Twitch, as I mainly only stream on Twitch. Also, violating Twitch policies can cause legal action, as you are agreeing to abide by Twitch rules legally. That's not how that works. Twitch's toss is not legally enforceable whatsoever. By accepting, so it is the law. It is not the law. If you are sitting at your PC live streaming my stream with minimal interaction, it is not fair use. Still can be considered fair use if I am a monetized streamer. Does not matter. Does not matter. If I am commenting, if I am giving interaction, as long as I don't say that I am providing a market alternative to your stuff, it does not matter. Does not matter. It is still fair use. It is also not fair use if a majority of the restream stream is the restream stream. Again, it does not matter. If I provide a market alternative that is not the original, that is not taking away from you, does not matter at all. Majority of the content must be original. If fair use was simply watching videos and saying a few things, we'd be able to watch Netflix and other movies on Twitch without copyright. Technically, that is accurate. You should be able to watch TV shows, give commentary, and as long as you're not giving an alternative to watching things from Netflix, that is fair use. If I spend an hour talking about a 20-minute episode of The Simpsons, that is fair use. If I'm just sitting there and watching The Simpsons, that is not fair use. So that is incorrect, because technically, yes, you can watch these things and commentate on them creatively under fair use. It's just that these companies will sue you into oblivion, and even though they would probably lose, you don't have the money to fight it. I'd need like a free lawyer to help me out with that. I gave a couple replies here. My first reply says, I feel like you and I are arguing different things because my last tweet I did not say minimal effort. I literally laid out a perfect case for fair use. As for Twitch's rules, that is, if I remember correctly, a terms of service, which in most courts is not enforceable. Same with most TOS in general. And then I retweet this here, which I'm actually just going to open here. I asked Google if it could help me define fair use a little bit better, and it pulls directly from a couple of different sources. And I feel like the AI overview is accurate. Fair use is a legal doctrine that permits limited use of copyrighted material without permission, that's very important, from the copyright holder, primarily for purposes like criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. See, that very important first one, chat, is criticism, and that's me. I'm the criticism and the commentary. It's a crucial exception to copyright law, allowing for the free flow of information and creativity while balancing the rights of copyright holders. And we're going to skip down to the 4 factors of what makes something fair use. Purpose and character of use is for commercial or nonprofit educational purposes. Is it transformative? Nature of copyrighted work. Is it creative or factual? Creative works get more protection. Amount and sustainability of portion used. How much of the original work is used and is the heart of the work. And effect on potential market. This is the really big one. Will the use negatively impact the market for the original work? Now, here's what I will tell you. If I am restreaming somebody's live stream, like I have done in the past, if my purpose is just to stream snipe them, yeah, it's probably not going to get considered fair use, and they could get upset at me. However, if I am restreaming somebody with the purpose of being a commentator, if I'm being critical of them, I think the good one I did is where I restreamed Gura's graduation, and I talked about the impacts on the VTubing scene. I invited a bunch of people on. We talked, we paused, we turned down the audio, and we talked for like multiple hours about it. So that was pretty damn transformative. And so it's transformative. Is what I'm trying to say. It's transformative. And as much as I kind of like the Cala girl, I think she's stupid for this thought. All right. Here's what I will say. Is it mean to restream somebody's stream? Yes, it can be mean. Is it illegal? No, it is not illegal.
I will be right back.
All right. Excuse me. Anyway. TOS is an obligation between you and a service provider, not EULA, which is the Electronic User License Agreement, which has legal grounds, but it's not law. No, neither of them are. There's just the potential for fuck's sake, I'm trying to think. There is just the chance that if, depending on what happens, you could bring actions from it. So. Anyway. Thanks for meeting the goal, by the way, chat. The dog did a trick. Did I miss any super chats? I don't think so. Oh, wait, I did. One at the beginning. Sly for 2. Dogwave tax. I'll listen for the dog side. I appreciate. Give the dog some love, chat. I've done that in the past. I have. I have. Anyway. I don't know when Temp's coming back, but yeah, it's Dogwave. I hope you guys have had a good one tonight. Who's live right now? The Lo-Fi Girl. The Op Block is live. Oh gosh. Penumbral is live. Fuck that guy. I ain't gonna ever raid him. Can we have a count of the days till Twitch kills itself? No, because I don't do stuff like that. Share react moment? I mean, there's nothing to react to right now. Give it 6,666 days. I was watching on my phone and Eva Mizu's Lautism. Nice. Good show. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You done?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I guess the better question is at this point, what do you got going on? Actually, sorry. Let me do that myself first, because you've never let me. Wednesday, we're doing Grounded.
Yes.
At 8 p.m. Pacific. Though that might change. We'll see. But
Yes.
I think 8 p.m. Pacific is what we decided on. Friday, back to Resident Evil 7, our second stream for that. We're probably gonna do Killing Floor again on Saturday, I think. And then Saturday night, if things go well, will be the return of Baldur's Gate 3 after a bit. And then Dogwave on Sunday.
Yes, pretty much. Simply be fighting spiders? Yes, you will. There really is nobody to raid. I would send you guys to the Op Block, but he's talking about Pamper Chew, and I'm not sending people to go into a stream talking about that. Don't get me wrong. Pamper Chew is... I mean, like, Op Block is not a horrible guy. I think he's alright, but, like, Pamper Chew is just one of those topics. I'm not going to subject you guys to that. I'll send you guys to the Lo-Fi channel. Anyway. Sorry about that. Bull was messaging me. We were talking about the script. You read the script, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did you think of it? Without
I liked it.
Giving the details on the inside. I'm still gonna make internal changes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna add some more. What time is it? It's only 1. Yeah, I'm gonna spend some time adding more.
Okay. All right. Chat. I guess see you on Wednesday night. No raid.
Yeah, like I said, only there's really nobody live tonight. All right, we're just gonna ban that guy.
See you on Wednesday. I'm gonna try and get the other PC set up